Hello everyone. Very good evening to all of you. Am I clearly visible, audible? Kindly let me know if everything is good to go. I will start the session. I guess visibility, audibility, everything is good to go. Kindly confirm in the chat box. If everything is good to go, I will start the session. So I guess it's good. Yes. Those who are live, can you write down in the comment box, is everything good to go? You can see, you can hear me clearly. Everything is good? Yes. Just let me check. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for confirmation. Thank you. So I welcome you all for today's session, and today I'm super excited because today is my first session of ophthalmology here, right? For the third Prof Buster 1.0. So I welcome you all for this session, and today I am going to teach you ophthalmology in a super duper manner with the help of our 3D models. We are going to study so that you have crystal clarity in the concepts. Okay, so without wasting any further time, let me share my screen with you and let me start the session. Okay. Meanwhile, I will keep you showing the models whenever, as and when required during the session. I will show you all these models layer by layer. I will teach you the entire eye. Normal eye, anatomy of the eye, and the diseases of the eye. Okay, so let's start it. Give me a minute. I guess you can see this scene also. Okay. Yes, so let's start it. So before I start, I have to brief regarding the batch. That is, today is the free demo. Today is the demo, the first demo of ophthalmology. And today I'm going to take a super important topic, that is errors of refraction and accommodation. This is episode 1. Episode 2 will also be demo. It will also be free and it will be tomorrow. So today we are going to study a very important diseases, that is errors of refraction in ophthalmology, right? So before I start, I have to brief a little bit just in 2 or 1 minute regarding the batch, that is third Prof Buster 1.0, as many students are new here. In this batch, I am going to cover all 4 subjects of the third Prof, okay, in just 4.5 months. Now, many of the students ask why this batch is very important, third Prof Buster. What is the importance of this batch? The importance of this batch is that I'm going to cover the 4 subjects of the third Prof, that is Ophthal, ENT, PSM, and FMT in just 4.5 months. So in the third Prof itself, you will get adequate time to study your final year subject. I'm giving you a spare of 4 to 5 months, okay, to study the final year subjects, because the third Prof subjects we are going to complete in February only. From February till your exams of the third Prof, you are having adequate time to cover at least few of these subjects of the final year. That's why this batch is very important. If you are not joining this batch, then due to the lack of discipline, you know, the entire 9-10 months of the third Prof students keep on studying these 4 subjects only, and they are unable to start the final year subject. So that is the importance of this batch, in which I'm going to cover these 4 subjects in just 4.5 months. Now, many students have this query that this batch is for university exam or for competitive exam. So let me clarify. You just blindly rely on this batch, and you, if you are preparing for your Prof, you are going to get distinction. Take my words. In your Prof, in all these 4 subjects, if you are relying only on this batch, and you try any MCQ of any platform, and from my lectures only, don't follow any other source, and you can crack any MCQ. Don't take just my words. You can put it on test by yourself by studying few topics and trying it. Okay, chalo. And here the entire batch will be live in the evening hours from 5:30 onwards. We will take 2 to 3 hours of session live on the prefix schedule. So the batch has already started. Today is the ophthalmology session. We have already covered PSM, ENT, and FMT, and probably the batch will end around 22nd February. So it is 4.5 months. This is the exact schedule. Here, along with the live session, you will get recording for 1 year. For ENT and Ophthal, you will get recording of 2 years in the combo plan. You will get printable notes also, along with the question bank, daily quiz, and practical library. So today I'm going to teach you with 3D models. The clinical subjects, that is ENT and ophthalmology, will be taught with clinical models. There will be total 27 live sessions of PSM and 20 for ENT, Ophthal, as well as FMT. So nearly there will be 90 sessions, live sessions, in which the entire 4 subjects will be completed. Okay, for any further query, you can WhatsApp on the support number. Thank you so much. Now let's start the today's topic. Thank you for your patience. Now let's start. If you have any other query, please WhatsApp on the support number. Here I am not answering the queries regarding the batch, because this session is mainly to study the topic. Okay, so what is the topic? The topic for today is errors of refraction, and let's start it with full energy. Yes, can we start? Chalo. So let's start errors of refraction. Okay, now you can't understand errors of refraction. You can't understand unless and until you understand refraction. First, you have to understand what is normal refraction. Then only you will be able to understand its error. Now, how you will understand the error directly? You can't do so. First, you have to understand what is refraction. You will say, ma'am, I have already studied refraction in physics. Yes or no? Man, I was in 10th or 11th standard, maybe. Okay. So we have all of us, we have studied what is reflection, what is refraction. Here, quickly we will revise it in just 5 minutes so that you have crystal clarity when I start the errors. So the first portion of this session will be optics. It is also in your syllabus. I am not teaching you physics. Okay. So optics is also in the syllabus of the third Prof ophthalmology. So first we will see a little bit optics, in which a portion of the physics I will take. I will not go in the detail. I will teach you what is reflection, what is refraction, so that you can understand the errors of refraction in a better way. Okay. So first we will see reflection, then we will see refraction, and then we will come on errors of refraction. That is our today's topic. Yes. So first portion is the optics, that is physics. We have already completed this in our school time, in our 10th, 9th, 10th, 11th standard. Okay, so first let's take the reflection of light. What is reflection of light? You tell me. Everyone know what is reflection of light. In reflection of light, there are three things. Just a second. There are three things. You can see there is the perpendicular to the reflecting surface, which is known as normal. You know what is normal? The normal is a line drawn at right angle to the reflecting surface, that is mirror. There is an incident ray which is falling. See the arrow, it is falling. And there is a reflected ray which is going back. Everyone knows that. I'm not going in the detail. You learn the definition of reflection. First, I'm teaching you reflection. So there is change in the path of light without change in medium. You can see the medium is same. Here the same medium, the incident ray and the reflected ray are in the same medium. There is no change of medium. In the whatever is the medium, it is same. So in this medium, there is a mirror or there is a reflecting surface, whatever you say. So the incident ray is coming, it is hitting the reflecting surface and reflected ray is going back. So everyone knows. So the main highlight here is change in the path of the light. You can see light was coming this way and now it is going this way like this. So change in the path of light, but without change in the medium, without change in the medium. Okay. So you know what is incident ray, what is reflected ray, and this is normal. So you can see here in the video also. See it again. So this is the normal, this is incident ray, this is reflected ray. So without change in medium, there is no change in medium, there is change in the path of the light. Change in path of light without change in medium. This is reflection. I guess everyone knows. There are two laws of reflection. Sabko pata hai. Everyone knows. Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lies in the same plane. You can see this is the plane. So incident ray, reflected ray, and normal, they all are in the same plane. And the second law, everyone knows. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. You can see angle of incidence, angle of reflection, they both are always equal. Whatever is the value, but they are equal. So angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. These are the two laws. You can see it. So incident ray, reflected ray, and normal, they are in the same plane. And angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, now coming on our topic, refraction, because my today's topic is errors of refraction. So it's very important for all of us to study refraction first if you want to study the errors of refraction, because in human eye, refraction is taking place at the level of our cornea and the level of the lens. I will show you in the model. So at the level of the cornea and lens, and both of them, refraction is taking place. So we have to understand refraction from the basic. I know it's maybe some people may be thinking it's boring, I know that, but it's just a revision so that you have better understanding of the topic. Okay, and it's in your syllabus. Chalo, refraction. So what is the definition of refraction? See, this is refraction. So here we have two medium. You can see this is medium 1, this is medium 2. So incident ray is coming from the medium 1. Okay, and it is moving to the medium 2. This is the transition. You can see. So medium 1 can be air, medium 2 can be glass, any two medium. Don't take these medium only. You can take any two medium. But there is change of medium. So change in the direction of the light. You can see light must go in this direction, but it's not going in this direction. It's changing its path. And there is change of medium. So change in the path of light when it goes from one medium to another medium. In contrast to reflection, where there is also change in path of light, but without change in medium. Here there is change in medium. So highlight the word change in the medium. So in reflection as well as refraction, in both of them, there is change in path of light. But in reflection, there is no change in medium. In refraction, there is change in medium from medium 1 to medium 2. But change in path of light is occurring in both of them. I hope you got it. I hope you got it. Okay. Why there is change in path? Because light have different velocity in different medium. So here the velocity of light is different in this medium and the velocity of light is different in this medium. Everyone knows that. Okay. So because of the change in velocity, there is change in path. Okay. You can see this thing. Medium 1 and medium 2. So this is the line of junction. The two mediums can be anything. So this is the incident ray. This is refracted ray, not reflected. It is refracted ray. Appreciate the change in direction, although a little bit. It should go in this direction, but it's not going in this direction. It's changing its path because of changing in the velocity. Okay, so this is the definition. Now coming on laws of refraction. We have seen laws of reflection. Now there are two laws of reflection. There are two laws of refraction. Now coming on laws of refraction. In laws of refraction, you can see incident ray and refracted ray. They are on the opposite side of the normal, but all three are in the same plane. You can see this is incident ray, this is refracted ray, and this is normal. They all are in same plane, but they are on opposite side. Incident ray is on one side of the normal, refracted ray on other side of the normal because there is change in medium. Everyone knows that. Okay. Now second law is very important on which MCQ also come in your competitive exam. Okay. The second law is known as Snell's law. What does the Snell's law say? See, Snell's law. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of refraction. You know sine, cos. Have you read trigonometry in your mathematics in your 10th standard? I studied in 9th or 10th standard, I guess. So sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction is equal to mu. Mu means refractive index. Mu, which is indicated by mu. Mu of the second medium. It is mu naught of the first medium. There are two medium. Every medium have a refractive index. So it is mu of medium 2. This is the formula. Okay, so here, if air is the first medium, glass is the second medium. So here in this diagram, angle of incidence upon angle of refraction is equal to mu of the glass. That is second medium in which refracted ray is there. You can read. So sine of angle of incidence to sine of angle of refraction. The ratio of the two is equal to refractive index of the medium 2. So this is the formula. This is known as Snell's law. Snell's law. People say something. Snell's law. Okay. You can see the same here. So angle of incidence upon angle of refraction. You can see these two angles I am talking about. Sine of angle, sine, cos, you know, tan. Have you read trigonometry? I forgot the formulas. Sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction is equal to mu of medium 2 to be highlighted, not of medium 1. So we are talking about the second medium in which refracted ray is there. So this is the Snell's law. So compare people, we are done with the optics, no more boring things. Now we will come on the errors of refraction quickly. It was just a revision, quick revision, so that you have better understanding of the topic. Everyone got it? Say something. People, yes, no, but say something. Reflection, refraction. You can see. You know the two laws of reflection. You know the two laws of refraction. The two laws of reflection, incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie in the same plane. And angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction. You can see the two angles over here. This is reflection. Refraction. Refraction. Incident ray and refracted ray are opposite side of the normal, but they are in the same plane. And sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction is equal to mu of the second medium. This is second law, Snell's law. So everyone got it. First of all, each and every one of you, whosoever is live, give me a thumbs up so that we can proceed. Can we proceed? Reflection and refraction is done. Okay, now before coming again on the topic, you must understand the lenses. Because for treatment of various disorders, I am going to teach you today in errors of refraction. I will teach you hypermetropia, myopia, astigmatism. I will teach you all these disorders. So to correct them, we will use lenses. Yes or no? So if you don't understand lenses, how you will understand the treatment? Okay, so to understand the treatment, first you have to understand the lenses. Okay, chalo, come on. Show some energy, people. Give me a thumbs up. You got it? Chalo. So coming on the lenses. What is lens? Lens is a transparent medium. Transparent refracting medium. Inside which refraction. Now you know what is refraction. So lens is a transparent refracting medium which is bounded by two surfaces. There are two types of lens. You can see convex lens, concave lens. Everyone know. And they are a part of a sphere or a cylinder. You can see lens is a part of a sphere or part of a cylinder. It's part of a sphere or cylinder. So there are two types of lenses, spherical lenses and cylindrical lenses. They are a part of sphere or a cylinder and they are convex and concave. So what are the two types? Convex and concave. One by one we will take. Convex, also known as plus lens or converging lens, because they do convergence. Everyone knows that now. So plus lens or converging lens, and they are of three types. You can see biconvex. You can appreciate the surface. This is biconvex. This is plano-convex. Plano, one surface is plane, one is convex. That's why plano-convex. And third is concavo-convex. You can appreciate one surface is convex, but the other surface is concave. So concavo-convex. So everyone knows now the three types of the convex lens, also known as plus or convergence, and they are used in the treatment of hypermetropia, my first disorder today. After lenses, I'm going to start with hypermetropia. Okay, so today my first disorder will be hypermetropia. I will teach you in detail. And remember, in the end, when I will teach you the treatment of the hypermetropia, I will talk about the convex lens. So these are the three types of convex lens, which will be used in the form of the spectacles or contact lens. I will teach you all. Wait. Okay. Now this I'm not going to teach you. You have already read in your physics. I'm not going in the detail. There are 6 different positions of the objects. You know, there are 6 different positions of the objects. So 6 different positions of the image, and whether the image is real or virtual, I'm not going in detail. But you have read this in your physics. I'm just reminding you. These are the 6 scenarios in case of convex. Now coming on concave lens. The second lens is the concave lens. It is minus lens. Convex was plus. This is minus. It is also known as diverging lens. It diverges the light. Convex lens converge the light. Concave lens diverge the light. What does it mean? What does it mean? This is convex lens, okay, and this is concave lens. So if parallel rays are coming over here, what's going to happen? If parallel rays are coming to here from infinity, what's going to happen? Everyone know parallel rays come from the infinity. If the parallel rays are coming from infinity, what's going to happen? This lens is going to converge them, and this is going to diverge them. This is going to diverge them. That's why the convex lenses are known as plus lens and these are known as minus lens. That's why convex known as converging lens and these are known as diverging lens. Okay, human eye, the natural lens inside our eye. I will show you in the model. Wait. So human natural eye, human eye, the lens is convex lens. It is given by the God. Okay, the God gifted lens. In all of our eye, in both eye, this lens is there unless until the person is having congenital aphakia. Aphakia means congenital absence, or it can be acquired also. Okay, otherwise this lens is present. Okay, in all of our eye. So you have to understand the optics a little bit. You cannot directly jump on the diseases people unless until you don't know the basics. Okay, so concave lens. Concave is minus and it is diverging because it diverges the parallel rays, and it is also of 3 types like the convex. This is biconcave. You can appreciate the 2 surfaces. Both the surfaces are concave. That's why biconcave. Plano-concave, one surface is plane, one is concave. That's why it is plano-concave. And convexo-concave. So one surface is convex, one is concave. So convexo-concave. So the 3 types everyone know. And it is used in the treatment of myopia. Because in the treatment of myopia, we want to reduce the refractive power of the eye. Okay, I will tell you why. And that's why we use a divergent lens. We use convex lens for the treatment of hypermetropia and concave lens for the treatment of myopia. Today, I'm going to teach you both hypermetropia as well as myopia. Okay, so you have to understand these lenses. And here we don't have 6 scenarios. We have only 1 scenario. You have read in your physics. So image is always virtual and erect in case of concave. Okay, now let's start the human eye. The optics is just over. I finished the topic optics. It is a chapter in ophthalmology syllabus in 3rd Prof. Okay, it's done. It's completed, done and dusted. I hope you got it. What is reflection? What are the laws of reflection? What is refraction? What are the laws of refraction? And I taught you the lenses, the 2 types of lenses, convex lens, its types, its other name. It is used for the treatment of all these things. And the various scenarios of the convex and concave lens. Okay, Ji. Okay, now, before I start the errors of refraction, a little bit how eye acts as a refracting machine. Okay, we will compare the human eye with a refracting machine. We will compare it with a camera. I will explain. Okay, so human eye. Everyone know human eye is spherical. Human eye is spherical. Yes or no? So you have to see the layers. How many layers the human eye have? Human eye have 3 layers. The outermost layer, I will show. You can see here the outermost layer. The outermost layer have 2 things, sclera and cornea. You can appreciate this is cornea and you can appreciate this is sclera. Appreciate the pink color, thin pink lining. So this is the outermost layer, cornea and sclera. Okay, cornea and sclera. Then we come on the middle layer. Let's come on the middle layer. So middle layer have iris, ciliary body and choroid. You can see this is iris. This is ciliary body we have here. And this is choroid. You can appreciate. Iris, ciliary body and choroid. And the innermost layer have retina. So this one is the retina. The innermost layer have the retina. I hope you're getting it. I guess everyone knows. You want to see in the model of the eye? I will show. Give me a minute. The layers. So that we can start the diseases quickly. We'll try. You can appreciate. So this is the model of the eye. I'm trying to show you the 3 layers I taught you. So you can see this is the transparent cornea. Today in my lecture, cornea and lens have a major role because I'm teaching you the errors of refraction. So refraction in the human eye, when the light is coming from infinity in our eye, it is hitting the cornea. First, cornea do a little bit of convergence. Okay, after the cornea, let me open it. Let me try to open it. Okay, so here this is the cornea. Okay, and this is the complete sclera. And after that, inside we have middle layer. It's shown here. The middle layer is the choroid and the innermost layer is the retina. The middle layer is the choroid. Okay, outermost is the sclera. You can see. And here you can see we are having the lens over here. And after that, inside this is complete retina, the eye model. It's a spherical model like this. I hope you all can appreciate it. Okay, so let me come back. I guess just a second. You can see me back. Chalo, come back. So these are the 3 layers. Okay, ji? These are the 3 layers. Now, the refractive system of eye. People, everyone, please focus on your gadgets. The most important topic of this session is starting now. Till now, it was just foundation for you. Okay, now, the most important session topic of the session is starting now. Refractive system of eye. If you understand the refractive system of eye, then only you will be able to understand the errors. You can understand errors only if you understand the anatomy and physiology. Without understanding the basic anatomy of the eye and the physiology of eye, you cannot move on the diseases. Okay, I will teach you the errors. Wait a while. Wait. I will come on hypermetropia, myopia, astigmatism. I will teach you all disorders today only. But before that, you have to understand what is a normal refractive system of the eye. If you understand normal, then only you will understand abnormal. Na? Abnormal means errors. But you have to understand the normal refractive system of the eye. Okay, so normal, what is the main function of the refractive system of the eye? The main function is that when the light is coming from infinity, please open your brain, open your ears, open your eye and focus. What I am saying, when the light rays are coming from infinity, our refractive system of our eye given by the God, they have to focus the light rays on the retina. This is the main aim. If this is deranged, then only errors will occur. I will teach you 3 types of errors: hypermetropia, myopia, astigmatism. So here, if the focus is not on retina, then the 3 errors, one of the 3 errors will exist. Either the person have myopia or hypermetropia or astigmatism if the focus on retina is not occurring. But normally the focus on retina occurs. So you have to understand. See this video. I'm showing you a video. See, can you see the human eye? You all can see. Okay, now see, when the light rays are coming from infinity, appreciate the light rays are coming from infinity. So the refractive system of the eye is focusing them on the retina. Appreciate the dot, this dot, yellow dot I'm making. Appreciate. So the focus is on retina, on the point at the retina. You are getting it? So the focus is on the retina. See the same over here. Can you appreciate it? When the light rays are coming from infinity, okay, please understand. When the light rays are coming from infinity, that is the parallel rays when they are coming from infinity. So the cornea of the eye plays a very important role to converge them. Number 1, the lens, the natural lens given by the God, it is having a very important role again to converge. So first convergence is done by the cornea, second convergence is done by the lens, and finally the convergent ray focus on the point on a retina, not before that, not beyond that. Mind my words very carefully. It is on a retina, not before retina, not beyond retina. It is on the retina. Okay, the focus should be on the retina. So normal, it's like this. Okay, so there are 3 main factors to do so. We want to do this. What we want to do, when the rays are coming, parallel rays are coming from infinity. So this is the cornea, this is the sclera, okay, outer layer. This is the choroid, middle layer, and this is the retina, innermost layer. A rough diagram I'm drawing. This is the lens here I'm drawing. Okay, and this is iris and ciliary body, a rough diagram. So when the rays come from infinity, okay, so a little bit convergence is done by the cornea, then the further convergence is done by the lens, and they converge them in such a way that finally the focus is on retina. The focus is on retina. It is neither ahead of it nor beyond it. If it is ahead of it, it's myopia. If it is beyond that, it's hypermetropia. And if it is in multiple median, it will be astigmatism. You will understand all three defects if you understand this normal. How many of you got this normal? Huh? So when the rays come from infinity, the parallel rays, human eye focus it on retina. Highlight the word on. On is important over here. It is on retina, not before retina, not after retina. It is on the retina. It's normal. And here three factors play a very important role. Number one, cornea. You can see the curvature of the cornea decides how much convergence is done. Curvature of the cornea and the refractive index of the cornea, both of them decide how much convergence is done. Number two, lens. Lens may again refractive index of the lens decide how much convergence is done. And number three, the axial length of the eyeball. What do you mean by axial length of the eyeball? Let me show you. The axial length of the eyeball. So starting from this point to this point, this length is known as axial length of the eyeball. Now imagine if the eyeball is increased in this length or eyeball is reduced in this length, both the scenario. So this focus will be either ahead of retina or beyond retina. So this length is very important. So God have given, the great God, you believe in God, the great God have given all the three things in such a proportion, okay, in such a proportion that final convergence occur on retina. So we have cornea, we have curvature of cornea and mu of cornea in such a proportion. We have lens, the mu of the lens in such a proportion, and the axial length of the eyeball, the normal length of the eyeball in such a proportion that final convergence is on the retina. If any of them is deranged, the person will have errors of refraction. You are getting it? You can see this diagram. So whatever I have explained, it is shown here. You can see these are the rays, parallel rays coming from infinity. So first cornea is converging them. Then the lens is further converging them. And you can see finally the length, axial length of the eyeball. Say axial length of the eyeball also plays a role. And final, see this red dot. Can you appreciate this red dot? So where is the focus? Say ma'am, focus is on retina. Okay, so one by one we will discuss these three factors. If you have understood these three factors, understanding the diseases hypermetropia, myopia, astigmatism will be fun for you. Understand these factors, they are very important. So first factor is cornea. What I told you, two things of the cornea. Cornea ka curvature, radius of curvature, and mu, refractive index, that is mu of the cornea. Both of them are important. You can see here, cornea. If the cornea is more curved or the cornea is flattened, that depends. Okay, so the radius of curvature is inversely proportional to the convergence. If the radius of curvature is more, the convergence is less. If the radius of curvature is less, convergence is more. Okay, so you have to learn the radius of curvature. See, this is also cornea and this is also cornea. Okay, this is cornea, this is sclera, this is sclera. But I will say this cornea is curved and this cornea is flat. You are getting my point, what I am saying. So this cornea is having less radius of curvature. This cornea is having more radius of curvature. And radius of curvature is inversely proportional to convergence. So this will converge more and this will converge less. So when the lights, same parallel lights fall here and same parallel lights fall here. So this will converge them more and this will converge them less. So this is what I mean from radius of curvature. Right. I hope you got it. The second is the refractive index. Okay, how dense is the cornea? Cornea is made up of material, na? So how dense it is made? You can see the material which is formating the cornea, the mu of the cornea. So the more is the density, more is the convergence power. Less is the density, less is the convergence power. So it's directly related, the mu. So cornea, we need two things in the cornea. What two things in the cornea? What two things in the cornea? Number one, it's radius of curvature. Number two, it's mu. So that is regarding the cornea. Now coming on lens. In lens, we need only one thing, the mu of the lens. Radius of curvature of lens is not important, the mu. So lens is made up of what material? So you know, human lens is in layers. You can appreciate it is not one complete entity. It is in layers. Appreciate the layers, appreciate the layers. So the layers have different mu. At the periphery, the mu is less. At the center, mu is maximum. How many of you getting it? So that is the refractive index. So refractive index is maximum at the center of the lens, which is known as nucleus of the lens. The nucleus of the lens is having maximum refractive index. The periphery is having less. Okay, so that is the mu. Okay, now I will tell you all the mu in a sequence. You tell me if the light is traveling from what to what. So these are the light rays. You can see these are the light rays, parallel light rays coming from infinity. Okay, first of all, they are in air. First of all, they are in air. After that, they are hitting cornea, number 2. Cornea. Number 3, they are going in anterior chamber which contain aqueous humor. Number 4, they are going in lens. Okay, number 5, they are going in vitreous humor, the posterior chamber which contain vitreous humor, and finally they are hitting the cornea. So you should know the mu of all 5. Now you know refraction. I taught you refraction, people. So at every level refraction is taking place because lights are traveling from one medium to another. First it is going from air to cornea, then from cornea to aqueous humor, from aqueous humor to lens, from lens to vitreous humor, and finally on the retina. So you should know the mu of all these 5 so that you can understand the refraction. Refraction is taking place at every level. You know the 2 laws of refraction. Okay, you got it. So see the 5 things. First of all, the light is in air. Then it goes to cornea, then aqueous humor, then lens, then vitreous humor. Now, aqueous humor and vitreous humor have same mu. That is 1.33. Learn up to 2 digits. It's sufficient to learn up to 2 digits. It's 1.33, 1.33. But you get MCQs on that, people. You have to learn it. Okay, I will launch the polls also. So 1.33. Here also 1.33. Here also 1. Aqueous and vitreous humor. Air, I guess everyone know the refractive index of air is 1. That is taken as index. And we compare the refractive index of all other material as compared to air. So air have a refractive index mu of 1. So no need to learn of air. Air you already know. Aqueous humor, vitreous humor is done. It's 1.33. What about the cornea? It's 1.37. What about the lens? In lens there is a range 1.38 to 1.4. 1.38 to 1.40. So what is the range? The periphery is 1.38 and the center is 1.40 because the center of the lens is having maximum mu among all the refracting 5 surfaces. I hope you got it. Everyone give me a thumbs up if you got it. Say, people, say. So you got it or you didn't got it? Say. So you know the refractive index of all. Air, it's 1. Okay. Cornea, 1.37. Okay. Aqueous humor and vitreous humor, 1.33. Okay. And lens have a range. The periphery is 1.38. And the center is 1.40. Everyone give me a thumbs up, people. Kindly interact. Got it? Everyone. So you have to learn them because it's not for my sake. MCQs in the NEET PG are already asked on the various news. So you have to learn it. But if you learn after understanding, there are less chances you forget. If you simply mug up, you will forget it. So center of the lens have maximum mu, that is 1.40. The center of the lens, maximum mu among all, 1.40. I hope you got it. The third factor which affects the refractive power of human eye, natural human eye, is axial length of the eyeball. Apart from cornea. In the cornea, the mu and radius of curvature is important. In lens, only mu is important. Now, axial length of the eyeball. Axial length of eyeball, what is this length? So, axial length of the eyeball is this length, starting from the center of the cornea till this point. This length is known as axial length of the eyeball. Now, imagine if eyeball is elongated or eyeball is shortened as a ball, as a 3D structure. It is elongated or shortened. So, in both these cases, the length, axial length can be increased or can be decreased. Okay, can be increased or can. So in that case, the point of convergence can vary now. Currently, the point of convergence over retina. If the eyeball is increased in size, so retina will shift backward. So the convergence will be in front of retina. Okay, that will be myopia. And if the eyeball is small, so the point of convergence will be beyond retina because retina is shifting forward. Okay, and that is hypermetropia. That I will explain in the diseases, but I hope you are getting it what I mean. So any change in 1 millimeter in the axial length of the eyeball, 1 millimeter increase or 1 millimeter decrease, that will change the refractive power of the eye by 3 diopter. D is diopter, the unit in which refractive power of the eye we measure. You use spectacles. So spectacle power is in diopter. You know how many diopter you are having the power in your eye if you are myopic or your parents or grandparents are hypermetropic. Okay. So the diopter is the unit. So 3 diopter. So 1 mm change in the axial length of the eyeball, either 1 mm increase or 1 mm decrease. Okay. So that will cause 1 mm change, okay, will cause a change of 3 diopter. If it is increased, 1 mm increased, it will be myopia. If 1 mm reduced, it will be hypermetropia. So power can be in plus, can be in minus, depending. But 1 mm is 3 diopter. That's your MCQ. That's your MCQ that you have to learn. It's a golden rule. You cannot change it. Learn this golden rule. Say yes if you got it. Can we go ahead? Huh? So these are the 3 factors. Now who will tell me the summary of the 3 factors of the refractive power of the eye, the normal eye, refractive power? So cornea plays a very important role. Okay, the cornea, radius of curvature of cornea and mu of cornea. Then lens ka mu. The maximum mu is at the center of the lens and that's 1.4. And axial length of the eyeball. 1 mm change in the axial length will change the power by 3 diopter. It can increase or decrease. The power can be in plus or minus. It can be myopia or hypermetropia. Everyone got it? Everyone got it? Now, I'm having some questions for you and then I'm straightforward starting the diseases. That is errors of refraction. This initial portion was necessary. Many of you may be thinking, ma'am, why you taught all these things? You don't understand the disorders unless and until you don't know the normal. How many of you are ready for the questions? Are you ready? Write down your answer in the comment box. I will be giving you 15 seconds to solve the question. Okay, the first question is in front of you. Read the question and tell me the answer. Write your answer in the comment box fast. Let me see who is first and who is correct. Refractive index of the cornea. I asked you to learn the table. You tell me refractive index of air followed by cornea, then aqueous humor, then lens, and then vitreous humor. You tell me all 5. I asked you to say all 5, na? So, yes. What will be the correct answer here? Yes, absolutely right. The correct answer here is B. You can see. So, refractive index of air is 1. For cornea, it's 1.37. For aqueous and vitreous humor, 1.33, 1.33. And for lens, it's a range 1.38 to 1.40. This is the periphery, this is the center. This is how you have to learn. Aqueous and vitreous humor is same. So answer is not A. The correct answer is B. And most of you are correct. Yes. Very good. Very good. All the best. Yes. So one more question I'm having. Read the question and tell me the answer. The next question is in front of you. Quick, fast. Shortening. I'm saying shortening of the axial length of the eye by 2 millimeter. Will cause how many diopter? First you decide it will be myopia or hypermetropia. So if this is the normal eyeball, okay, and you can see this is the axial length L. I'm causing shortening. I'm causing shortening of the eyeball. So this is the new eyeball I'm drawing, red color. So the shortening, the new L dash, it is 2 millimeters smaller. 2 millimeters smaller. So person will have myopia or hypermetropia. You tell me. So it will be hypermetropia. Yes, it will be hypermetropia. Now for 1 millimeter, it is 3 diopter. And for 2 millimeter, it will be 6. The golden rule, if you know, 1 millimeter, 3 diopter. And if it is 2 millimeter, it will be 6 diopter. So the correct answer is 6 diopter hypermetropia. When there is shortening of the eyeball, shortening. So, you know, the rays which will be coming from the infinity, they will converge beyond the retina. And convergence beyond the retina is hypermetropia. I will explain in the disorders, don't worry. So this is a important question repeatedly asked. If instead of 2 millimeter, it is 3 millimeter, answer will be 9. You can understand. Learn the golden rule. 1 millimeter is equal to 3. But you have to decide is that myopia or hypermetropia. So when the eyeball shortened, it's hypermetropia. When the eyeball elongates, it's myopia. You will understand when I will teach you the disorders in detail. Okay, everyone got it. So correct answer here is D. Coming on the next question. The next question is in front of you. This is the last question. After that, I will start the disorders. Okay. After every topic, I will keep on putting the polls. Chalo, everyone. So which component of the eye? Very easy question. Come on, baby question. Which component of the eye have maximum mu? Maximum mu. Anterior surface of the lens, posterior surface of the lens, center of the lens, or cornea? So cornea is having 1.37. Anterior and posterior surface of the lens is having 1.38. But center of the lens is having 1.40. Can't you forget? You can't. I will not spare you if you are going to forget this. So correct answer over here is center of lens. It is 1.40. People repeatedly, favorite question of the examiner, repeatedly asked MCQ. Okay. So correct answer here over C. So let's start. Let's inaugurate the topic, cut the ribbon and inaugurate the topic, errors of refraction. How many of you are ready with me? Can I start the topic? Now the foundation is over. Let's start to make the building over that. Now you have a strong foundation, I believe now. You understand from the basics, from the physics, from the optics, you understand reflection, refraction, laws of refraction, lens, types of lens. you understand everything. And not only this, you understand normal refractive power of the eye. It depends on three factors: cornea, lens, and axial length of the eyeball. Now, any of them is disturbed, any of the three is disturbed, that will lead to errors of refraction. Now, the basic is clear, so let's start the disorders. Errors of refraction. Let's start it. So, based on the refraction, human eye can be divided into two portions: emmetropia, ametropia. The human eye can be divided into two portions: emmetropia, ametropia. If you don't have any disorder, I don't have any spectacle, I don't have myopia, I don't have hypermetropia, so I will say my eye is emmetropic. My eye is emmetropic if I don't have any disorder. Okay, I don't have astigmatism, if I don't have, that is optically normal. But if I have myopia or hypermetropia or astigmatism and I'm using the spectacles or correct contact lens or any of the surgery to correct that, okay, so my eye is ametropia. Ametropia means some error of refraction, maybe hypermetropia, maybe myopia, maybe astigmatism, maybe any error. So the eye is ametropia. So emmetropia, emmetropia means normal eye, no errors of refraction. It is known as emmetropic eye. And ametropia means some or other error of refraction is there. Okay, in young age, it's usually myopia. In old age, it's usually hypermetropia. Astigmatism can occur usually at any age, but these are the main errors of refraction I'm going to deal with. Okay, got it? So one by one we will say. First, let's start with emmetropia. Emmetropia, that is optically normal eye. Emmetropia is optically normal eye. There is no errors of refraction. That is when parallel rays are coming, the focus is automatically on retina, given by the great God, God gifted. Great God. Okay, it's like this only. You can see. Focus on the red dot. Now onwards, on all my images, focus on the red dot. Where is the red dot? Appreciate the red dot. Red dot is the focus. The focus is on. I'm using the word on the retina, neither before it nor beyond it. It is on the retina, given by the great God. So if the eye, naturally eye is like this. When parallel rays are coming, appreciate the parallel rays. This is parallel rays. They are coming from infinity. So they automatically focus on the retina because the great God, God is great. He has given such a curvature, radius of curvature of the cornea, such a mu of the cornea, such a mu of the lens, and such a length of the eyeball, axial length. So because of all these factors, it is going to focus on the retina. It's like this. So most of the humans, it's like this. Say yes, got it. So this eye is known as emmetropia, emmetropic eye. Define emmetropic eye. Don't learn this definition. You don't have to mug up. No. See this image and define it. Say, ma'am, emmetropic eye is such an eye that when parallel rays are coming from infinity, I automatically focus it on the retina. On. Highlight the word on or at the retina or on the retina. So there is clear image without any effort, without doing the accommodation like this. I can see a clear image without any efforts, and the visual acuity is normal. I can see a crisp, clear image of everything, whatever is in front of me. So this is emmetropia. Okay, so what is the path in emmetropia? This is the path. See, the parallel rays are coming from infinity and focus on the red dot. I'm drawing the red dot over here. Focus on the red dot. So image is on the retina, neither before it nor beyond it. Okay, so when parallel rays are coming from infinity, okay, cornea, length, and the axial length of the eyeball. Just a second. Axial length. So all of them are focusing them on the retina, and a clear, sharp image is perceived. This is emmetropia eye. Okay, so the image clarity is absolutely clear and the acuity is normal without any efforts. This is the definition. Okay, so emmetropia is over. You know the flow chart, you know everything. Now coming on ametropia. Emmetropia is done now. Now coming on ametropia. Here there will be error of refraction. Now listen, it is a condition of refractive error. That is my topic today. So today my topic is errors of refraction. That is, I'm going to teach you ametropia today. Okay, ametropia. Okay, so here when the this is normal. Don't see the normal. This is normal. This is emmetropia. I have already taught you. Now see the three options of the ametropia. Ametropia can be like this, can be like this, can be like this. Now what is the difference in all of them? See first emmetropia. In emmetropia, when the parallel rays are coming from infinity, the focus is on the retina. I am writing the word on. It is on the retina. But it can be beyond retina. Here I am writing the word beyond. It can be beyond retina. It can be in front of the retina. it can be in front of the retina, or it can be at multiple levels, multiple meridians, multiple levels. Can you see? It can be multiple meridians or multiple levels. So this is hypermetropia, myopia, or astigmatism. These are the three types of Ametropia. Three main. There are 5 types. I will teach you all 5, but three of them are main. So this is Emmetropia. Appreciate Emmetropia versus Ametropia. Emmetropia, the parallel rays are focusing on the retina. I guess you all can see the retina. Appreciate the retina, people. This is the retina. Appreciate the image is on the retina. Here the image is beyond retina. Here image is in front of retina. And here image on the retina, but with multiple levels, multiple meridians. So when it is beyond the retina, it's hypermetropia. When it is in front of retina, it is myopia. And when it is in multiple meridians, multiple different dimensions, it is astigmatism. So these are the 3 types of Ametropia. It's a condition of refractive error. I will show you videos of all 3. First, you understood or didn't understood what is Ametropia? What is Emmetropia? What is Ametropia? You are understanding? This is Ametropia. This is a condition of refractive error. Here, the image is formed either in front of retina or behind the retina. It is not on. It is not on the retina. If it is on the retina, it is Emmetropia. If it is front or behind the retina, it is Ametropia. So here the image will be blur and the visual acuity will be reduced. So correction is required. Correction means treatment is required. Treatment can be in the form of optical treatment or surgical treatment. Optical treatment in the form of spectacles, contact lens, I will teach you all the detail. And surgical, various surgeries, I will show you 3D models and 3D animations of all the surgeries. Tomorrow I will teach you all the surgeries. Okay, so don't you dare tomorrow's session also. So surgeries are required to correct it. That is Ametropia. How many of you got it? How many of you got it? Everyone give me a thumbs up. You got it? What is Ametropia and versus Emmetropia? You tell me the difference between Ametropia versus Emmetropia. In Emmetropia, when the parallel rays are coming, the image is formed on retina. Here the image is not formed on the retina. No, it is either in front of retina or beyond retina or at multiple meridians. If it is in front of retina, it's myopia. If it is beyond retina, it's hypermetropia. And if it is in multiple meridians, it's astigmatism. So these are the 3 types of Ametropia. And this is Emmetropia. Everyone got it? Everyone? So what is the optical path in Ametropia? Here also parallel rays are coming. Appreciate here, appreciate here, appreciate here. Appreciate the lower 3 diagrams. Parallel rays are coming. But because of abnormal component, what are the 3 components? Either there is some problem in the cornea of them, the curvature of the cornea or the refractive index of the cornea, or there is some problem in the length, refractive index of the lens, or there is some problem in the axial length. You know the 3 components. So there is some problem in one of or multiple component. Okay. Because of which the image is formed either beyond retina or in front of retina or in multiple meridians. And that's lead to a blurred image. And that is known as Ametropia. Okay, yes, image not formed on retina. It is formed either in front of retina or beyond retina or multiple meridians. So that is the thing. So there are 5 types of Ametropia. Ametropia is of 5 types. What are the 5 types? Hypermetropia, myopia, astigmatism. These 3 are ultra important. You can see these 3 I have shown here. So these 3 I'm going to teach you today. These 2 I will give you a little bit detail, but not very important. Okay, Anisometropia and Anisoconia. I will also teach you this. But tomorrow we will see the continuation here. And these 3 are ultra important. Hypermetropia, myopia and astigmatism. So total 5 types of Ametropia is there. Okay, out of them 3 are important. What are the 3? Hypermetropia, when image formed behind the retina, beyond retina. Myopia, when image is formed in front of retina. And astigmatism, when image is formed in different meridians. To correct hypermetropia, convex lens required. I already told you. I will tell you again in the treatment. Don't worry. In myopia, to correct it, concave lens. Why they are required, I will tell you. In astigmatism, cylindrical lens. I will give you the detail. So this is an overall scenario in front of you. Now we will see the details of that. Okay, you want the videos of these 3? So what we have learned till now, you see the red dot. Where is the red dot? If image is formed on the retina, it's Emmetropia. That is normal. If it is beyond retina, beyond, you can see beyond. Retina is here, it is beyond retina. Okay, beyond retina, it's hypermetropia. In front of retina, it is myopia. And if it is in different meridians, it is astigmatism. You got it? The same thing is written. Now I will show you these 3 videos one by one. Now appreciate, everyone focus on your gadgets. See the videos, see the animations, see the first one. Hypermetropia, also known as farsightedness. Appreciate the eyeball becomes smaller. See it again, see it again. The eyeball becomes smaller here. Okay, due to various reasons. See. So hypermetropia, also known as farsightedness, the eyeball becomes smaller when the parallel rays are coming. See where they are focusing. The focus is not on the retina. The focus is beyond the retina at this point. Appreciate. Now see this red dot. The focus is on this red dot. The red dot is beyond retina. So you can appreciate where is the retina? Here is the retina. This is retina. So the focus is beyond retina. Hypermetropia. Appreciate the focus. The focus is beyond retina. Got it? This is hypermetropia. Now myopia. The second video, myopia. Where is the focus? Where should I draw the red dot? I should draw the red dot over here. Let's see. So first you appreciate here the size of the eyeball is increasing. The size of the eyeball is increasing. It is also known as nearsightedness. Myopia is known as nearsightedness. Okay. And here see the red dot. The focus is in front of retina. Can you see where is retina? Here is retina. So focus is not beyond retina. It is in front of retina when the parallel rays are coming. Now coming on astigmatism. Appreciate the astigmatism. Here when parallel rays are coming, the image is on the retina but with different meridians. You can appreciate multiple meridians. So that is astigmatism. How many of you got it? So can you appreciate the three disorders? Everyone say yes. Huh? Hypermetropia, the focus is beyond retina. Myopia, the focus is in front of retina. Astigmatism, the focus is on multiple meridian. Focus on the red dot I have drawn. Before focusing on the red dot, appreciate retina. Where is retina? I have shown you in the 3D model also. Where is retina? So image is beyond retina or in front of retina or in different meridians. Now see, this is what I taught you till now. Everyone got it? I taught you hypermetropia, myopia, astigmatism. Appreciate where is the image formed. Again and again, I'm repeating the same thing so that it fit in your mind. And these are the three types of Ametropia. Okay, Ametropia, which I'm going to teach you today. And this is Emmetropia, in which the image is formed on the retina. Okay, that is Emmetropia is normal. I guess everyone got it, huh? So can we start? So we are done with the basics. You know what is Emmetropia, you know what is Emmetropia. Sometimes it is asked in your university exam to differentiate the two. So what you are going to write, what is Emmetropia, what is Emmetropia? Don't learn it, just say in your own words. Emmetropia is normal, optically normal eye. Emmetropia is some or other refraction error is present. Maybe myopia, maybe hypermetropia, maybe astigmatism, but some error is present. If any of them is present or multiple are present or any of them one is present, I will say the eye is ametropic. And if none of them is present, optically normal eye, I will say the eye is emmetropic. First of all, here the focus is on the retina. Here the focus is either in front or behind or multiple meridian. Here image is clear without effort. Here image is blurred, either near image or distant image, depending which image is blurred. Okay, here correction is not required. Here always correction is required, either with the help of spectacles or contact lens or surgery. There are three options: spectacle, contact lens, surgery. We will see all details, okay, one by one. Here visual acuity is normal, here visual acuity is reduced. Here we don't have any type, it's normal eye. Here myopia, hypermetropia, astigmatism. So this is how you have to enumerate what you have understood. Understanding is different thing, people, but writing down on a paper what you have understood, your expression, your presentation is different. So whatever you have understood, you should be able to present it in a nice manner so that it fit in your mind in the form of tables, flow charts, animations, diagram. It should not be paragraph, which is given in your most of textbooks. It should not be paragraph. In my notes, not even single paragraph. Only flowcharts, bullets, okay, and images, and many animations you will get. Anyways, come further. Let's start them one by one. I will teach you all five as I have committed. I will teach you all five as I have committed one by one. So let's start the first disorder. How many of you are ready? Give me a thumbs up, show some energy. Can I start with the first disorder? Are you ready with the basics? So let's start. If you have joined in between, I don't recommend you to watch the further session. Go behind, watch the session from the beginning. If you watch the session from the beginning, you will have a strong build. Okay, you will have a strong build for your concept, what you are getting here. Otherwise, if you start from the middle, you will not get much. So let's start with hypermetropia. The first errors of refraction. Today I am starting. Just a second. Let's start with hypermetropia. I'm going to teach you hypermetropia under these headings. You know my way of teaching. First of all, I will let you know its definition. Then I will let you know its types. There are 5 types of hypermetropia depending on its cause. The 5 different causes, the 5 different types. These are known as etiological types because their cause is different. Etiology means cause. Then based on the age, what is the natural hypermetropia in childhood, in senile age, then symptoms, then sign, then grading, complication, treatment. The same I will teach you for myopia, the same I will teach you for astigmatism. My headings are not going to change. Okay, only the topic keep on changing. These headings are constant. In the end, I will give you comparative table between hypermetropia, myopia, astigmatism. These three are ultra important. These two I will give you little bit detail, but these three are ultra important. How many of you got it? So these headings you have to understand. Under these headings, we are going to frame your answer. If you're preparing for your third prof, if it is a long question, frequently they are asked as long question. Okay, so you have to prepare your answer under these headings. You don't have to mug up, you just understand. But you will automatically write in your exam. And if you have already cleared your third prof, you are preparing for your competitive exam, NEET, INI, whatever. So just focus on the concept and try MCQ directly, widely, directly. All MCQs will be correct, take my words. You try by your own. Anyways, come back. So let's start hypermetropia under these headings one by one. Let's start with definition. What is the definition of hypermetropia? Now you all can define it very well. Okay, you have understood what is hypermetropia. First, you tell me other name. Hypermetropia, also known as hyperopia or long-sightedness. First, you learn its other name. Hypermetropia, also known as hyperopia. Just a second, my pen stopped working. Hyperopia or long-sightedness. Long-sightedness. Okay, this is a definition of hypermetropia. Now, what is happening? Define it. I don't define in paragraph. I define in the form of flowchart. Okay, so when the posterior focal point is behind the retina, you know the focal point is behind. Focus on the red point. It's behind the retina. It's not on retina. You can appreciate where is the retina. Here is the retina. So the focal point is beyond retina. So when parallel rays are coming, they are focusing behind the retina. When parallel rays are coming, they are focusing behind the retina. Write down behind the retina. Okay, so a blurred image is formed and there is a defect of the near vision. There is a defect of the near vision. It is usually seen in old age after 50 years. So most of our parents, my both parents have this. So most of our parents or grandparents have this. Okay, it is a marked defective vision for the near vision, not for the far vision. So whenever my mother want to read any book or my father want to read something, so they use the glasses for that. So this is hypermetropia, also known as hyperopia or long-sightedness. So learn the definition in this form. So say the definition of hypermetropia looking at the diagram. So when parallel rays are coming from an object from infinity, they focus behind the retina. That is, focal point is shifted behind the retina. So image is blur and there is defective near vision. This is the definition. Defective near vision. Far vision is all right. There is no problem in the far vision. There is problem in near vision. While reading the book, my mother used glasses, but while watching the cinema, she don't use like that. Okay, so far vision is normal, but near vision, there is a defect. So this is the definition. Everyone got it? Now compare normal with hypermetropia. Compare the two diagrams. They're in front of you. You can do the comparison by yourself. Compare the two diagrams. Come on. So normally the focus is on the retina. But in hypermetropia, it is behind the retina. So this is the word you have to pick in the definition. In the definition, the most important word according to me here, the focus is on retina. Here, focus is behind the retina. You can appreciate the two diagrams very well and I'm damn sure you can draw them very neatly in your exam if you're preparing for your prof. And for your image-based MCQs, you can solve it. Yes or no? So you can compare the two diagrams. You can see the difference between the two diagrams. So where is the focal point? Focal point normally is on the retina and here focal point is shifted behind the retina. So that is the definition. So see the definition, see this is diagram, but rather than drawing this diagram, draw both together so that examiner you understand the difference between normal versus hypermetropia. See the two diagram together. Okay, now see the same video. I have already shown you this video. It's same video. It's also known as far-sightedness or hyperopia. Appreciate when the rays are coming from infinity, the focus is beyond retina. See this point I'm drawing, the red, it is beyond retina, behind the retina. And eyeball is decreased in size. Okay, in one of the type, I will tell you the 5 types. So you can see here. So this is the diagram, the same image. You can see when the rays are coming parallel, so focus is beyond the retina. In all of them, it is the same diagram. So the near image is blurred. Far image is not blurred. The near image is blurred. The near, there is problem. There is defective near vision. So that is a definition. I hope everyone got the definition. Now you write definition in paragraph, flowchart, pointers, bullets, it's your choice. I have explained you well how to write it or how to understand it. This is a definition. Now coming on etiological types. There are 5 types of hypermetropia. How many types? 5, depending on the 5 different causes. That's why these are known as etiological. You know, etiology means cause. I taught you pathology, no? Etiology means causes. Based on the 5 causes, there are 5 types of hypermetropia. One by one we will see. These are the 5 types. You don't have to learn their names even. It's clearly understood in their cause. One by one we will take. What are the 5 types? Axial, curvatural, index, positional, and absence of lens. These are the 5 types of hypermetropia. One by one we will take them. Let's take the first one. Let's take the first one. The first is axial hypermetropia. Okay, what do you mean by axial? You use your common sense. Forget everything. Forget ophthalmology. Forget medical science. What is axial length of the eyeball? You know axial length. So if the axial length of the eyeball is reduced, the focal point will be beyond retina. Yes or no? Among the 5, the first one is the most common. First you learn that. Among the 5 types of the hypermetropia, the most common is the axial one. First you learn that. It is the most common type among the 5 types. Okay. And here the refractive power of the eye is normal. What is the problem? The problem is axial shortening of the eyeball. Appreciate the eyeball here. Appreciate the size here. Can you see a little bit smaller? See this size. I want you to highlight this size. And I want you to highlight this size. So this one is little bit shorter. If you can appreciate. If you can't appreciate it here. It is well, you can appreciate this size versus this size. It is shortening. Appreciate the shortening. Axial. Appreciate the length here. AP length, axial length, anterior-posterior length. Appreciate the length here. Appreciate this L, this L. It is known as axial shortening of the eyeball. You will see, ma'am, if axial shortening is happening, this to this or this to this, in both of them, the same thing is shown. This to this, this to this. Okay. So axial shortening is happening. What's going to happen? You see what's going to happen. So see here. See this video. Here also axial shortening is shown to you. See. See, it's axial shortening. Have you seen the video? See, I'm showing you again. Focus on the axial shortening. So see this length. It will shorten now. See, it is shortened. So when the parallel rays will come, if the eyeball is shortened, okay, the focus will shift beyond the focus because retina is shifting ahead because the eyeball, suppose this is the eyeball, okay, it is shortened. So retina shifted ahead now. So the focal point will go beyond the retina and that's hypermetropia. Okay, 1 mm shortening. I already told you the golden rule. If there is 1 mm shortening, it results in hypermetropia of 3 diopter. 2 mm shortening, it will result in hypermetropia of 6 diopter. 3 mm shortening, it results in hypermetropia of 9 diopter. Likewise. So learn the golden rule. I have already taught you. So this is the golden rule. Okay, got it. So if there is 1 mm, how many mm is shortening? How many mm is shortened? This L and L. How many mm it is shortened? Based on which that diopter hypermetropia is there. I hope you got it. Yes, yes. Absolutely right. Now coming on the second one. The second is curvatural. Use your common sense. What will be altered here? Here what will be altered? The curvature, radius of curvature of the cornea. I have already taught you the 3 main factors which decide the refractive power of the eye. So here the curvature of the cornea and lens will change. They will get flattened. Either the curvature of the cornea, see the cornea here, appreciate, and see the lens here. Here it is nearly flattened. Here also it's not very good appreciated, so I'm drawing. Here it is flattened. So if there is flattening either of the cornea or of the lens, little bit flattening or both of them, either only cornea flattened, either only lens flattened or both of them flattened. So what's going to happen? If any of them flattened, I already told you the radius of curvature is inversely proportional to refractive power. So if there is flattening, there is decrease in the refractive power. There is decrease in the refractive power. So here it was refracting more. So focus is on the retina. Here it is refracting less refracting. So it is the focus is beyond the retina because refractive power of the lens is reducing. Mind my words, in the axial type, the first type, the axial type, the refractive power was normal. Only the length is altered. Here length is normal in the second type. Here the length, axial length is normal, but the curvature is changed. Either the curvature of the cornea or the curvature of the lens. There is flattening of the cornea or lens or both. There is flattening. Since there is flattening, the refractive power will reduce. Since the refractive power is reduced, okay, refractive power is reduced. So suppose this is a lens and this is a lens. Let's draw a lens over here with good curvature. And let's draw a lens here with flat curvature. Okay, can you see the two lens? Here the radius of curvature is more. Here the radius of curvature is less because it got flattened. So if rays are coming here, it is more powerful. It will refract them like this and focus here only. But here the refractive power is less. Okay, here the refractive power is reduced. So when rays come here, it will not refract much. So here the refractive focal point will be beyond the retina. So this is what I want to say. So because of flattening of cornea or lens or both of them, refractive power of the eye reduced. That's why the focal point shift beyond retina. Here the focal point is on the retina. This is retina. This is retina. So here focal point on retina and here it's beyond retina. How many of you got it? Okay. So this is what we want to say in the form of this flowchart. So decrease in refractive power of the eye because of flattening of cornea or lens or both, there is decrease in refractive power. So parallel rays coming from infinity, they will focus behind the retina and that is curvatural hypermetropia. See, beautiful flowcharts I have drawn for you. Okay, I will do everything reverse in myopia. Myopia is same 5 type. I will do everything reverse. Decrease ka increase, increase ka decrease. That's it. I'm going to do that. Okay, when I will teach you myopia. The same thing 1 mm change in radius of curvature results in 6 diopters. So learn the 2 golden rule. If there is 1 mm change in axial length, okay, axial length of the eyeball, there is change of 3 diopter, myopia or hypermetropia. If there is 1 mm change in radius of curvature of the cornea, there is a change of 6 diopter, maybe myopia, maybe hypermetropia. So learn the 2 golden rules. Till now I taught you 1. So I'm teaching you 2 now. Please highlight them and learn them as the golden rules of ophthalmology. You can't change it. Please write them at one place. Okay. So if there is 1 mm change in axial length, there will be a change of 3 diopter. If there is 1 mm change in radius of curvature, there will be a change of 6 diopter. So learn these 2 golden rules. I hope you got it. Now coming on the third type. Axial is done. Curvatural is done. In axial, the antero-posterior diameter, that is the length, axial length of the eyeball is changed. It is shortened. It is shortened. Here, radius of curvature, the cornea or lens got flattened. They got flattened. Now coming on index hypermetropia. The third is index. Here the mu of the lens is decreased. Okay, now see this lens. See this lens. Both of them lens. Okay, this is a lens which is having normal mu, which is given by the God. The center 1.4. And this is a mu. This is a lens with mu less because of the old age, sclerosis or some diseases inside the lens. Okay, in the lens there are many diseases I will teach you. So mu is less. Since mu is less, so refractive power is less. So here refractive power is more, so it is refracting on the retina. Here refractive power is less, so it is refracting beyond the retina. So same thing. So here decrease in mu. Since there is decrease in mu, decrease in refractive power. Decrease in refractive power, so it is focus is behind the retina and this is index. Index means mu. The mu is less. It is seen in old age, diabetes in the lens. The fourth one is the positional hypermetropia. Okay, the name itself depicts its meaning. You don't have to learn. So what is happening here? The lens is shifted posteriorly. Now see here lens and here lens is shifted little bit posteriorly. Listen how to draw that. I need 2 circles of exactly same length. I will try. Are they looking same length? Approx. Okay. So see the position of the lens here and see the position of the lens here. I mean to say here the lens is posteriorly shifted. Posteriorly shifted. If the lens is now here parallel rays are coming, they will focus on the retina, on the retina. Okay, normally. But if the lens instead of here, it is posteriorly shifted, little bit shifted posteriorly, little bit. You can appreciate the arrow, little bit. So here if parallel rays are coming, it will focus beyond the retina. So this is positional, okay, because of posterior displacement of the lens. So here the image again behind the retina and positional hypermetropia. And the fifth and the last one, absence of lens. Sometimes the lens is absent. It is known as aphakia. It can be congenital, it can be acquired. Congenitally, God forgot to give lens in one or both eye. Congenital aphakia. Or acquired in some or other diseases, we have to take the lens out to treat that. Okay, so that is acquired aphakia. So if lens is absent, imagine there is no lens. You can appreciate the cornea is there. This is cornea. So parallel rays are coming from this direction. Okay, but there is no lens. There is no lens. So the convergence is beyond. You can appreciate here. Forgot to remove the lens. I want to remove lens over here. Okay, I forgot that. If there is no lens, imagine. So here lens is there. So convergence on the retina. Imagine if there is no lens. So convergence beyond the retina. So it is known as hypermetropia due to absence of lens. So tell me the 5 types, people. Who will tell me the 5 types of hypermetropia? I tried. What are the 5 types? What are the 5 types? Huh? Okay, I'm coming on your doubt. What's your name? Arshpreet Kaur. Okay, nice doubt. I'm coming on that. Wait. First, let's revise the 5 types. These are the 5 types of hypermetropia. What is axial hypermetropia? In axial hypermetropia, the length is reduced. Here, the length, axial length of the eyeball is reduced. Okay. In curvatural. So, Dr. Kaur, I'm saying here there is flattening, okay, of cornea or lens. It means the radius of curvature is increasing. Now see this lens. Dr. Kaur, this is for you, the one who is asking the doubt. And see this lens. Okay, which one is having more radius of curvature? You tell me. So it's a part of sphere, na? So the sphere is like this. And it's a part of sphere. So sphere is like this. You tell me. So this one, this is the radius of curvature. This one, this is. So more is the flattening. I mean to say more is the flattening. More is the flattening. More is the radius of curvature. Okay, more is the radius of curvature. So actually by flattening, word flattening, I mean to say the radius of curvature of the lens is increased. So whenever the lens, this is normal lens. So it is having normal R, normal radius of curvature. When it gets flattened, radius of curvature increase. And you are absolutely right, Dr. Kaur. Radius of curvature is inversely proportional to refractive power. So if it is increased, the refractive power is reduced. Since the refractive power is reduced, so the image is formed beyond the retina. I was expecting someone should ask this doubt. Thanks for asking. Got it? Everyone got it? Okay, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Anyways, so this is curvatural one. So here the length is reduced, here the radius of curvature is increased, that is the lens or cornea, any of them or both of them get flattened. And here index hypermetropia, here the mu of the lens got reduced because of some disease, old age, sclerosis, diabetes. Here positional hypermetropia, here lens got posteriorly displaced. Okay, and here absence of lens, here lens is absent. These are the 5 types. I hope you got it. Okay, in all of them, the refractive power of the eye is reduced. That's why the image is not on retina. The image is beyond retina because the refractive power of eye is reduced. Refractive power of eye is reduced either due to reduction in length or increase in radius of curvature, that is flattening of the lens or cornea, or reduction in the mu of the lens, or lens posteriorly displaced, or lens finally absent. Everyone got it? Anyone have any confusion? So this is the summary. The 5 types of hypermetropia. What are the 5 types? Axial, curvatural, index, positional, aphakia. The 5 types of hypermetropia. So we are done with the definition of hypermetropia, the 5 types, etiological types of hypermetropia. Now what is the relation between age and hypermetropia? What's the relation? See. From birth till 5 years of age. 5 years. From birth to 5 years of age, there is physiological hypermetropia of 2 to 3 diopter. It's physiological. It's childhood hypermetropia, you can call it. Childhood hypermetropia. It's not a disease. Childhood hypermetropia, you can say, and it is 2 to 3 diopter. It's normal. It's normal. The eye is developing. So when the newborn is born, the eye is not fully developed at birth. It keep on developing up to 5 years. So up to 5 years of age, there is physiological hypermetropia. The only thing children cannot tell us. Okay, they see blur images. Up to 5 years, they see blur images. But it should not be corrected. If you correct it, so physiological development will not occur. Okay, so my son was 2.5 or 3 years old. And he knows the numbers, 1, 2, 3. And on the signal, one day I asked, what is the number on the signal? So he is unable to answer. So we thought he is having some problem in the eye and we got the checkup. But, the ophthalmologist said, no, it's physiological. The eye is not fully developed till 5 years. Till 5 years, we cannot do the correction. If you have done the correction, the natural, development of the eye will halt because you have given the correction in the form of the spectacle. So we don't have to use any spectacle up to 5 years of age. Even after 5 years of age, if there is some defect, then we have to correct it. And now he is 5 years, almost 4.5 years, and he can read all the, it was under development. I'm telling you a live example. So up to 5 years of age, the eye develops. And there is physiological hypermetropia of 2 to 3 diopter. Okay, from 5 years onwards, from 5 years onwards till 50 years, 5 to 50, it's emmetropia. The eye should be emmetropic. I mean, it should be normal unless until the person is having some error. The persons who's use spectacles or contact lens, if they have some error, it should be corrected either with spectacle or contact lens or surgery. Okay, there are three ways of correction if there is some problem. And after 50 years, again, there is physiological hypermetropia that is known as senile hypermetropia. Senile hypermetropia, it's physiological. Most of our parents and grandparents have it, I guess. And again, it's 2 to 3 diopter. It should be corrected. In old age, it should be corrected. It is known as senile hypermetropia. And again, you can say it's physiological. So this is the scenario. How many of you got it? So from birth to 5 years, it's childhood hypermetropia. And after 50 years, it's senile hypermetropia. But 5 to 50, the eye is emmetropia. How many of you got it? Please learn this table. So everyone got it? From birth till 5 years, it's childhood hypermetropia, it's physiological. And from 5 years to 50 years, it should be emmetropic. And from 50 years onwards, again senile hypermetropia, which is again physiological. This should not be corrected. This should be corrected. Why this one is not? Because if you correct it, the development will halt. Okay, the physiological development will halt. And this should be corrected because in senile age, there is no more development is going to happen. So most of our parents, I guess, they are using either spectacle or contact lens, or they are operated for the hypermetropia. Yes or no? So this is age and hypermetropia. Everyone got it? Definition is done. The 5 types is done. What are the 5 types? Axial, curvatural, index, positional, and absence of lens. Absence of lens. You know the 5 types. You know the age and hypermetropia? Yes, you know. What happens from 0 to 5? 5 to 50 and 50 onwards. You know that. This is childhood hypermetropia, this is senile hypermetropia, and this is emmetropia. Easy way of learning and revising again and again. Coming on the symptoms now. Okay, definition done, etiological types done, age and hypermetropia done. Now coming on the symptoms of hypermetropia. Can you tell me symptoms? There are 4 symptoms. One of the 4 symptoms, I must say, not all 4, one of the 4. Either the person is completely asymptomatic. Sometimes person don't realize, and because of accommodation, mild accommodation, person adjust. Person is completely asymptomatic. If it is mild, very mild, person don't have any problem in the near vision. Hypermetropia is problem in near vision. Okay, but person don't have any problem. Person can read the books normally without any stress. If it is mild, person is asymptomatic. So that is the first possibility. Second possibility, there is asthenopic symptom. Now you have to understand the term. What do you mean by the term asthenopic? This term I'm going to use very frequent in the entire syllabus of ophthalmology. So you have to understand. I will explain this term today, but not every time. What do you mean by the term asthenopic symptoms? Asthenopic symptoms means if the person is having hypermetropia, person try to adjust it. You know, our body try to physiologically adjust it, physiologically accommodate. So person try to over accommodate the eye. You know how we do the accommodation. Have you seen some person who have the lens, they don't use spectacle, so they see like this. So they are like this, they do the eyes like this. I mean, they are changing the curvature of the lens to adjust and to have a clear image. So they don't just relax and see like this, they see like this. This is accommodation I'm doing. So because of the over accommodation, vision become normal. They don't have problem in vision because of over accommodation. But because of over accommodation, sustained accommodation, every time they see like this, their eyes get tired. Because their eyes get tired, this is known as asthenopic symptom. Tired eyes. The eyes are tired. They don't have problem in vision. Mind my words. Vision is normal. Here, there is no tiredness, no problem in the vision. I mean, vision is normal and tiredness is not there. Here also vision is normal. Vision is normal, but there is tiredness. Tiredness is there. Tiredness of the eye. Okay, headache is there. Frontal headache is there. Watering from the eye. Okay, or redness of the eye. Photophobia with the eye. The eyes are, photophobic. So these are the symptoms. These symptoms together known as asthenopic symptoms. Okay, got it. Because person, the focus is beyond retina, but because of changing the curvature of the lens, like doing so, like doing this, person is again bringing the image on the retina. So vision become normal, but because of doing this like constantly, eyes get tired. Okay, the muscles of the eyes get tired. This is asthenopic symptom. How many of you got it? Now the third, when it is very severe. So here both the person is having vision abnormal and tiredness also present. Both the things are there. Here person is trying to accommodate. So asthenopic symptoms are there. I get tired. लेकिन वो करने के बाद भी vision is abnormal. And fourth, when there is severe hypermetropia, when hypermetropia is very high, eyes even don't try to accommodate. No, eyes give up that I will not accommodate. It's very high. Even after doing so, I cannot accommodate. So here Only vision is abnormal and asthenopic symptoms are not there. Vision is abnormal. So what are the 4 conditions, people? Here, vision. So make a table now. Vision and asthenopic symptoms. Asthenopic symptoms. Asthenopic symptoms means tiredness of the eye. Tiredness of the eye. And here vision. Okay. If both of them are normal, vision is normal, asthenopic symptoms are absent, it's asymptomatic. Here, vision is again normal, but with asthenopic symptoms. See the second image. See this image. See this image. Here, vision is abnormal. Okay. Even after asthenopic symptoms, person cannot normalize the image. And here, asthenopic symptoms are absent because person give up. Okay. Because such a high hypermetropia, I even don't try to accommodate. And vision is abnormal. Vision is abnormal. So this is the difference. I tried my best to explain you with the help of table. How many of you got it? So these are the 4 possibility. These are the 4 possibility. Now at one of the possibility, the patient should visit an ophthalmologist and get it corrected either with spectacle or contact lens or surgery. Okay, there are 3 ways of correction. So at which stage the patient is visiting to the ophthalmologist, we don't know. Maybe it is an incidental detection in annual eye checkup. Everyone should go for annual eye checkup. Or maybe it is at this stage. So patient have asthenopic symptom, but vision is normal. Or maybe it is both. Vision is also abnormal and asthenopic symptoms are also there. Or here the eyes are given up. Given up means a person don't have tired eyes, but only abnormal vision. How many of you got it? So these are the 4 possibilities. So say, what are the 4 possibilities in case of hypermetropia? Say asymptomatic or asthenopic symptoms. Here, along with asthenopic symptoms, abnormal vision is also there. Abnormal vision. Here, only abnormal vision. Abnormal vision. So here only asthenopic symptom, here only abnormal vision, here both of them are there. I hope you got it. And here everything is absent. It's asymptomatic. These are the 4 possibilities. So symptoms are done, people, but more importantly are signs on which frequently you get MCQs as well as questions. Signs are more important. So let's start the signs. The signs of hypermetropia. Can I start the signs? Let's start the signs of hypermetropia. So what are the signs? There are 6 signs you have to learn. So there are 4 symptoms and there are 6 signs. So what are the 6 signs? They are in front of you. So comment on eyeball, cornea, anterior chamber, retinoscopy, fundus examination, and A scan USG, ultrasonography. We do various types of USGs. I will explain you all in the diagnostic techniques. So here, these are the 6 signs. Comment on the eyeball. Eyeball becomes smaller. See in the video. See, it will happen small. See. Have you seen? It becomes smaller. So here the eyeball becomes small because of any reason. The axial length is reduced. You can see the eyeball is small. Okay, the cornea is also smaller than, the cornea is flat. By small, I mean it's flat. It is flat. Radius of curvature is more. Cornea get flattened. Cornea get flattened. Okay, so cornea get flat. Anterior chamber is small, no? You can see the anterior chamber here and appreciate the anterior chamber here. Appreciate the length. Anterior chamber length. Because here the overall eyeball get reduced. So anterior chamber also reduced. Retinoscopy. When we perform the retinoscopy in such a person, we will get hypermetropic error, obviously. Okay. And then we do the fundus examination. In fundus examination, we will see 2 things. You know, fundus, retinoscopy is done in undilated eye. For fundus examination, we have to dilate the eye. Have you gone for ophthalmic checkup anytime if you have any of the refractive error, or for your annual checkup, ophthalmology checkup? So ophthalmologists dilate the eye so that they can see the retina beyond. Retina is the innermost layer, no? So they can, from the pupil, it should be seen clearly, so that they dilate the pupil. Mydriasis has to be done, right? So they put the drops in the eye so that it can dilate to see the fundus. So after dilating the eye, we are doing the fundus examination and looking at the retina. In the retina, we have to see 2 things. What 2 things? Optic disc and retina as a whole. You know, inside the retina, there is optic disc. I will teach you everything chapter by chapter in the entire syllabus. Okay. So inside the retina, we have optic disc. So here optic disc is also small. It is more vascular. Appreciate normal retina, and here retina and hypermetropia. Okay. Appreciate the optic disc here. Appreciate the optic disc here. Okay. So, you know, by size, if you go, this one is smaller. Okay. And it is having the blur margin. And it is more vascular. Say, so size wise it's small, more vascular, ill-defined margin. It is looking like papillitis. Papillitis means it is swelled. Swelling in optic disc is known as papillitis. I will teach you, it's a very important topic in retina. I will teach you papillitis in the optic disc, very important topic. Swelling, but it is looking like swelled. Looking, but actually it's not swelled. That's why it is known as pseudopapillitis. It is known as pseudopapillitis. So compare the retina, compare the fundus, normal versus hypermetropia. Say, comment on the optic disc. Then we will comment on a retina as a whole later on. First, comment on the optic disc. See, optic disc is relatively small. Say, okay, ma'am, it's small, looking relatively small. It is looking more vascular. It is having ill-defined margin and it is looking swelled. It is actually not swelled. So it is known as pseudo papillitis. It looked like papillitis, but actually it is not papillitis. So these are the comments on the optic disc. Now comment on the retina as a whole. Retina as a whole. Now see this image. See this image. Here the image, normally the image is on the retina, but in hypermetropia it is behind the retina. You know it well. So here the light rays which are coming from infinity, they just focus here and end. The focus and they end. They focus and end. But here they are passing through the retina and they are focusing behind the retina. So they don't end on the retina. So here retina look more bright. You got my point? Here the light rays are coming, focusing on one point and ending. So the remaining retina is not bright. The complete light rays are focusing on one point and that is the focus point normally. So complete retina is not bright. But here this complete portion of the retina is bright because light is passing through it and focusing behind the retina. I hope I'm able to explain you. So here retina look more bright as compared to normal. And it is known as short silk appearance. Have you seen a silk sari, silk? It is look more bright as compared to normal cotton sari, cotton cloth, silk cloth. So silk is more shiny as compared to cotton, if you know the various types of cloths available. So it is looking like silk. It is known as silk retina. Appreciate the overall retina. It is more brighter as compared to normal. I have given you reason also. Don't just mug up people. Understand the reason behind it. It is known as silk short retina. Silk short retina. Short silk retina. You get MCQ on that. Short silk retina. Please learn that. And the last one, the sixth one, we do A scan USG. There are various type of USG, A scan, B scan in the eye. We are doing A scan. You see, this is how the sonography, USG, ultrasonography of the eye is conducted. And with the help of A scan sonography, we measure the biometrics inside the eyeball. We can measure the length, AP length. So here AP length, axial length of the eyeball. You can see this is the probe which is put here. Can you see the probe over here? This is probe. With the help of the probe, the signals are sent and we can predict the length. AP length of the eyeball is measured with the help of the frequencies. This is A scan USG. Okay. And we came to know A scan USG, there is shortening of axial length. You know, in hypermetropia, there is shortening of the axial length. So we can confirm it. So this is how AP length is confirmed, which is shortened in hypermetropia. So what are the 6 signs, people? Comment, everyone with me. Please comment. Eyeball becomes small. Cornea become flat. Anterior chamber becomes small. Retinoscopy, we get hypermetropia defect. Fundus examination mein, optic disc is small, more vascular, ill-defined margin and pseudo papillitis. Okay, and retina as a whole, it is more shiny. It is known as silk short retina. Silk short retina. Okay, A scan mein, we came to know AP length, axial length, anterior-posterior length, and that is smaller as compared to normal. This is the summary of the 6 signs. So we are done with 4 symptoms and 6 signs. Can I come on the grading of hypermetropia? I must come. The grading of the hypermetropia. We divide the hypermetropia into 3 grades: low, moderate, and high. If the hypermetropia is less than 2 diopter, it's low. 2 to 5, it's high. More than 5, it's very high. It's high. I mean, moderate and high. So this classification is given by American Optic Association. It is known as AOA. American Optometric Association, AOA classification. The grading of the hypermetropia: less than 2, 2 to 5, more than 5. Less than 2 diopter, 2 to 5 diopter, more than 5. So grading is done. So grading may, it's mild, moderate, and high. Okay. Less than 2 diopter, 2 to 5 diopter, more than 5. Very easy. So grading is done. Can I come on the complication? Can I come? I taught you 4 symptoms, 6 signs, now 4 complications. There are 4 complications of hypermetropia. Can I come? Please everyone respond. Chalo, complication. There are 4. You don't have to learn up. You have to understand one by one. So first complication, you know, because of repeated asthenopic symptoms. I told you what are asthenopic. The eyes get tired because of excessive accommodation. Constantly the person is accommodating like this. So eye gets tired. Because of the tiredness, person rub the eyes like this. I should not rub like this. So person rub the eyes like this. So because of repeated rubbing of the eyes, infection from the hands can goes in the eye and person have repeated stye, blepharitis and chalasia. You can see. Okay, because of repeated rubbing of the eyes, infection from the hands can go. So we should not rub our eyes anytime, or if it is required, it should be properly washed hands, or we should wash the eyes. We should not rub it. Okay, but if the eyes are constantly doing so, it is tired, so patient used to rub it, and because of which recurrent styes and blepharitis is common. Okay, chalasia is common. Okay, so this is the first common complication, number one. Number two, because of excessive accommodation, sometimes convergent squint occur. I will explain squint. That is the most trickiest topic of the entire ophthalma, I must say. Okay, I will teach you neuro-ophthalmology also, squint also. Okay, I will teach you squint, strabismus, amblyopia. I'm going to teach you everything, and it's going to be super interesting batch. People, believe me. Just try to attend it live every day on the app, so that we can have interaction. It's going to be super interesting, the clinical subjects. Yes or no? Anyways, come back. So because of excessive accommodation, the person have convergent squint. That can be the complication. Because of excessive accommodation, especially in children, if excessive hypermetropia from the childhood only. So that can be the second complication. Third is amblyopia. You know what is amblyopia? The two eyes have different vision. If the two eyes have hypermetropia, this eye also hypermetropic, this eye, and the powers are different, drastically different. Suppose here 2 diopter and here 8 diopter, like drastically different. So the vision in the two eyes drastically different, and that leads to, so two different images are going to the brain, and brain cannot interpret normally from this eye and from this eye. The images from both the eyes go to the brain, and brain don't interpret double image. Brain interprets single image because both the images look like same. So I will tell you visual pathway also. I will explain you in the physiology, everything. So brain interprets it as a one image, but if the two images of the same object are drastically different, so there is confusion created in the brain, and brain cannot interpret as a one image, and that will be amblyopia because of uncorrected bilateral high hypermetropia. Amblyopia will be in case of bilateral hypermetropia, and there is drastic difference in the power, and that can lead to amblyopia. That is a third complication. Okay, third, I will explain. Amblyopia is a chapter, people. I cannot explain you amblyopia in one page. It's a complete chapter. It take one session. I will teach you squint. It will take complete one session, not one page. Here you have to just learn the complication, and you have to understand why these are the complications of hypermetropia. You have to just understand. You don't have to understand squint in detail, amblyopia in detail. Getting my point? The fourth complication is glaucoma. It can lead to glaucoma. You will say, what is glaucoma? Glaucoma is when there is increased pressure. When there is increased pressure, intraocular pressure in anterior chamber of the eye. You know what is anterior chamber of the eye? The chamber between the cornea and the lens. Okay, I mean aqueous humor is more. If any case aqueous humor is more, it's going to lead to glaucoma. If aqueous humor is more, it will put more pressure in the anterior chamber. This chamber is known as anterior chamber. This chamber is known as anterior chamber. I mean, what is the definition of anterior chamber? Anterior chamber is the chamber between the cornea and lens, and posterior chamber is the chamber between lens and retina. I'm not talking, anterior chamber contain aqueous humor, posterior chamber contain vitreous humor. Vitreous humor is given by the great God once in life, forever. It is not synthesized every day and goes every day. No, it is once for all. But aqueous humor keep on synthesizing every minute and get destroyed every minute, get drained every minute. Okay, so it's keep on changing every minute. If the pressure in anterior chamber is more, it's known as glaucoma. Now, what's happening in hypermetropia? Say, ma'am, in hypermetropia, the eyeball is small. The eyeball is small. So anterior chamber is also small, no? Anterior chamber. How this aqueous humor is drained? How now I'm showing you this portion. People, please understand my next diagram. It's difficult. I will try only once. I will not repeat. See, this portion I'm showing you. Can you see? This is cornea. This is lens. I'm interested in the angle between cornea and lens. This angle. Can you see this angle? Angle. See. So can you see this is cornea and this is iris. Here we have lens. So I'm interested in the angle between cornea and iris. Sorry, not lens. So I'm interested in the angle between cornea and iris. This angle. So this angle have trabeculae. You know, this angle is having trabecular meshwork. Trabecular meshwork यानी I will say in simple language sieve. हिंदी में बोलें तो छन्नी. चाय छानने की छन्नी होती है ना? A sieve. It's like a sieve. It's like a sieve. Right? Whatever you are passing it, you know, the things, the liquids can pass out of that. That is the sieve. So whatever aqueous humor is synthesized over here, it get drained into the ciliary blood vessels via the sieve. Trabecular meshwork is present in this angle. In this angle. Okay, now eyeball is small here. This is normal. This one is normal. Now see the second diagram. Here eyeball becomes small. No. So this angle also small. This angle also narrow. Can you see this angle? Now appreciate this angle. Appreciate this angle and compare it with the above. Compare this angle. This here angle is open. So trabecular meshwork is open. Here angle get closed. Okay, so trabecular mesh would get closed. Channi band ho gayi. Hindi mein bole to sieve get closed. The sieve. So here the aqueous humor present here cannot be drained. So it will accumulate and it will lead to glaucoma. I tried. At least I tried. Okay, so this is how it will lead to shallow anterior chamber and it will lead to angle closure glaucoma. It's a type of glaucoma. It's known as angle closure glaucoma. Okay, got it. So this is how it is leading to glaucoma. So I have explained you the reason for all four complications. People don't just mug up, understand ophthalmology. Rather, I must say feel ophthalmology. It is one of my favorite subjects. Okay. So what we are going to understand here, I'm teaching you complications of hypermetropia. Why the person have recurrent styes and blepharitis? Because of asthenic symptoms, tiredness of the eye, person used to rub the eye, and because the infection from the hands get transmitted, you can make a flowchart. And recurrent styes, blepharitis, henschelizia is there, number one. Okay, number two, because of constant accommodation effect, there can be convergent squint. And sometimes there is bilateral hypermetropia and the difference between the two eyes is too high. So brain cannot interpret the two eye images as one, and that's lead to amblyopia. Okay, in case of bilateral high hypermetropia. And fourth, because the anterior chamber gets shallow, this angle get closed. So trabecular mesh will get closed. So the aqueous humor cannot be drained. It will lead to increase intraocular pressure, and that will lead to angle closure glaucoma. This is how you have to understand the four complications. So you know the four complications now. Finally, the last thing, treatment of hypermetropia. So we are done with hypermetropia. Say, so coming on the treatment of hypermetropia. What is the treatment of hypermetropia, people? Two treatment, optical, surgical. Optical, one by one we will take. Optical treatment. We use, what is happening in hypermetropia? The refractive power of the lens is reduced because of anything. Maybe axial, maybe curvatural, maybe positional, maybe index, maybe due to the mu. Okay, so refractive power of the eyes, less now. That's why the image is not formed on retina. It is behind the retina. We have to increase the refractive power, and that can be done with convergence lens. That is plus lens. We want to increase the refractive power. Please understand why we are using convex, not concave. We are using convergence lens because we want to increase the refractive power and focus back on the retina. See the first image, see the second image. Please understand. See the red dot. Here, uncorrected, the red dot is behind the retina. The red dot is behind the retina. I want to bring it back on retina. I want to bring it back on retina. So I will use convex lens. I will use convex lens in front of the eye, either in the form of spectacle or lens. Okay, I will use convex lens so that because of convergence power, convex lens converge. Okay, they are plus lens, they are converging lens. They will converge more and bring the image which is behind retina to back on retina. This is how correction done. Say people say yes. So see here, correction will also shown to you. First you see where is the image? Behind the retina, behind. Now I will use convex lens. See, I have used the convex lens. This is convex lens. So it will bring it back on the retina. It will bring it back on the retina. So which type of modes I should use? Convex lens available in two forms. The convex lens. This is convex lens now. Appreciate the convex lens, people. This is convex lens. It is available in two forms, either in the form of spectacle or in the form of contact lens. Whatever we are putting in front of the eye, either put spectacle or put contact lens, any of them. Of the appropriate power, first the testing has to be done. How much power is required to correct it? So either use in form of spectacle or contact lens. Both of them have their pros and cons that I will explain you tomorrow. Okay, both of them have their pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages. I will teach you the details tomorrow. But spectacles or contact lens are the two ways that should be put in front of the eye, and that should be convex. Spectacles also convex, contact lens also convex. Convex mode should be used. So spectacles or contact lens can be used in front of eye to correct it. Surgical treatment I will teach you tomorrow together of the myopia also, hypermetropia also, and astigmatism also. The surgeries, I will take all surgeries in one shot. I cannot divide the surgeries in slots. So I will teach you few surgeries in hypermetropia, then few in myopia, then in astigmatism. So better to take all surgeries in one shot in 3D animations. Don't you dare to miss my tomorrow's session on app. It's free. It's demo session only. But instead of YouTube, it will be on app. So don't you dare to miss it if you want to understand the surgeries here. Okay, so we are done with hypermetropia. So you want to see the two modes. These are the two modes, spectacles and contact lens. You want to see it? Huh? Just a second. Can you see here? So suppose this is my patient and the patient is having hypermetropia. My patient is having hypermetropia. So what is the problem in the eyes of the patient? Here, when the parallel rays are coming, when the parallel rays are coming and going inside the eye, now because of the curvature of the cornea or refractive index of the cornea or refractive index of the lens or AP length of the eyeball, the image is beyond retina. Suppose this is the eyeball of this patient. You can see this is. So here the image is the not formed on the retina. Let me open this eyeball. Suppose this is the eyeball of this patient. You can see this is the eyeball, or take this eye. This is the eye. So this is the eyeball of this patient. So when parallel rays are going over here, the image should form here on the retina, but it is beyond the retina. Okay, now we want to correct it. So which lens we use? We use convex. Convex ke concave? We use convex. Why? Convex lens are converging lens. They are converging lens. Here the refractive power of the eye is less now. So when parallel rays are coming and hitting here, so I am not able to focus it on the retina. It is focusing beyond. It is focusing not on. So when parallel rays are coming from here, it is not on the retina. It is beyond the retina, somewhere over here. So we want to put convex lens over here so that the focal point which is beyond the retina, it again shifted on the retina. Suppose the focal point is here. So look at the tip of my finger. I want to shift it back here. So I want to increase the convergence power of the eye. So there are two ways to do so. What are the two ways to do so? What are the two ways? We can use either spectacle, which is easy, convenient, cheap. Okay, most of the patient users, we can use the spectacles over here. So we are putting convex lens over here. Okay, so that to increase the refractive power of the eye. Whatever is the problem. Maybe the problem is the curvature or refractive index of the cornea, of the lens, or position of the lens, whatever, or absence lens, the 5 types. So here we can correct with the respective power. We have to calculate it, and the image which is formed beyond the retina, it will be brought back to the retina because of that. And the second way, instead of spectacle, the person, because of the cosmetic purpose, the spectacles sometimes don't look nice to the patient, they can use the contact lens. Okay, the contact lens they can put, you know how to put. I will tell you the steps how to use the contact lens, but tomorrow. Let me come back on the main scene. Just a second. Okay, so come back. Can you see me? Can we start? Chalo. Okay, yes. So these are the two ways. So people, finally, we are done with hypermetropia. Now myopia will be fun for you. It will be just reverse in the same headings, but it will be just reverse. Can we revise hypermetropia together? If you help me, can we revise it together? Chalo, come on, everyone. Can we revise it? Yes. What's the definition of hypermetropia? Here the parallel rays which are coming from infinity, they are focused behind the retina. Not on the retina, at the retina, behind the retina. This is the definition. You should draw the flowchart proper. What are the 5 types? What are the 5 etiological types? You know the 5 types. Axial type, curvatural type, index type, positional type, and absence of lens type. And you know what is the problem in each of them. Now coming on the age and hypermetropia, what about 0 to 5 year? What about 5 to 50 year? And what about 50 year beyond? So 0 to 5 year person have childhood hypermetropia of 2 to 3 diopter. This is emmetropic, and here again senile hypermetropia of 2 to 3 diopter. What about the symptoms? There are 4 symptoms. Either patient is asymptomatic or person have only asthenopic symptoms, or along with the asthenopic symptom there is abnormal vision also, or only abnormal vision. I have explained you the 4 possibilities. Okay, one of the 4 possibilities. Coming on the signs, mein eyeball size reduced, cornea get flattened, okay, anterior chamber get shallow. Okay, apart from that we do the 3 investigation. We do retinoscopy, we do fundoscopy, and we do USG, B scan USG. Retinoscopy we get hypermetropia. Fundoscopy mein optic disc is small, more vascular, ill-defined margin, and pseudopapillitis, don't you forget. And whole retina looks more shiny, more brilliant. It is known as short silk retina. Okay, and on the B scan USG we get less AP length, less anterior-posterior length or axial length of the eyeball. Okay, so these are the signs. Grading you already know. We divide into 3 grades: mild, moderate, and severe. Mild is less than 2, moderate is 2 to 5, severe is more than 5. Complication, I have explained you the 4 complications. You know, recurrent sty, blepharitis, chalaison, okay, because of constant rubbing, amblyopia, glaucoma, and what was the 4th one? Amblyopia, glaucoma, and treatment wise either optical correction or surgical correction. Surgical I will teach you tomorrow. Optical means 2 options, spectacles and contact lens. We are done. And we use convex lens, most important. Okay, yes, squint. I was forgetting squint. Thank you, Pooja, for reminding. Thank you. Okay, so we are done with hypermetropia. I'm having some questions for you. How many of you are ready for the questions? Give me a thumbs up. Everyone, yes or no? Show some energy. The first question is in front of you. Read the question, say the answer quite fast. Pseudopapillitis is seen in. Pseudopapillitis is seen in myopia, hypermetropia, squint, or presbyopia. अभी तो पढ़ाई एक ही चीज है. So question is very simple because other three you don't know. But once you finish the entire ophthalmology, now the same question is going to be difficult for you because at that time you know all of them. Currently the question is very easy. It is seen in hypermetropia. Here the optic disc looks swelled, but actually it's not swelled. So correction answer is B, and you all are correct. The next question is in front of you. Again the question is very simple. Silk retina, silk short retina. I mean bright retina, brilliant retina. So light on the retina. It is seen in hypermetropia because you know the reason. In hypermetropia the image is beyond the retina, so retina there is light which are passing through the retina, which is causing brilliance of the retina. Yes, so correct answer is hypermetropia. The third question is in front of you, last question. Okay, hypermetropia, what is true? True statement regarding hypermetropia. Accommodative convergent squint may develop as a complication in children. Is it true or false? Light falls in front of retina. I don't think so. Corrected with concave lens. I don't think so. Light fall in behind retina, not front of retina. Okay. Corrected with convex lens, not concave lens. And it is short-sightedness? No, it is long-sightedness. The other name is long or far-sightedness or long-sightedness, but it is not short-sightedness. So correct among them is A. We know squint as a complication. So correct among them is A. So A is correct. Okay. Other three we have excluded. You should know why other three are not correct. Other three may be correct for myopia, not for hypermetropia. Let's start my second disease. Okay. So myopia also we will finish. It will take another 20 minutes, but we will finish it today. From astigmatism onwards, I will start tomorrow. Okay. So coming on myopia. People, come on. Show some interest. If you want to study now, show some interest. People, show some interest. Okay. Chalo. Myopia, the same headings, people. Everything, kya karna hai? Ulta, everything reverse. Just do reverse everything. The myopia will be done. You understood the concept, na? Now it will not take much time. Chal, myopia, the same headings. Definition, etiological type, symptoms, signs, grading, complication, treatment. Same. Everything you have to reverse. Ulta, pulti, flip, flap, khatam. ठीक है? Definition. Who will tell me the definition of myopia? I'm starting the new topic, myopia. So who will tell me the definition of myopia? Tell me the definition of myopia. What is the definition of myopia? See the other name first. Myopia, also known as short-sightedness. It is known as short-sightedness. Hypermetropia was long-sightedness. This one is short-sightedness. So here the focal point is in front of retina. Okay, see the red dot. The red dot is not on the retina. No, it is in front of retina, not behind the retina. It is in front. It is in front of retina. Okay, so when parallel rays coming from the infinity, appreciate the parallel rays. They are coming from infinity. Okay, they focus in front of retina. So blur image is formed. And here, the diffractive vision is distant. The near vision is normal, the diffractive. Many of the young age, okay, if any of you have spectacle, mostly it's going to be myopia. Okay, you have myopia. So it is in young age or in children. Okay, in old age, hypermetropia is common, but anything can happen at any age, but most common it is the thing. So here, distant vision is defective, not the near vision. So everything is reverse. Everything is reverse. You can see myopia. Compare normal with myopia. See normal, see myopia. Compare. See, normally the image is on the retina, but in myopia, it is in front of retina. Front of retina when parallel rays are coming. So distant vision is abnormal. Got it? See the video. Now see here the eyeball is increased in length. Everything is reversed, people. Everything is flip-flap of hypermetropia. Here you compare this size of the eyeball and compare this size of the eyeball. So here the AP length is increased. Okay, you can appreciate, and you will see the same in the video. Appreciate the video. See. It is increased. See it again. Appreciate it again. See, the eyeball AP length is increased. So when it is increased, so focus is in front of retina, not beyond the retina. Focus is here, in front of retina. Appreciate the retina. It is in front of the retina. That is known as nearsightedness. Okay, here see the vision, distant vision. I am seeing the mountains. So it is blur. It is blur. Okay, as compared to normal. Distant vision is blur. Near vision is not blur. So if I'm watching cinema in the theater, I will have blur cinema, blur image. Okay, if I am having myopia. Okay, but I can read a book very nicely without spectacle. But if I want to watch the cinema, I have to use the spectacle. So distant vision is defective, not the near vision. In contrast, to hypermetropia. So everything is reversed. Now, what's the definition? So when parallel rays come from the infinity, they converge in front of retina. In front of retina instead of behind the retina, which will lead to defective distant vision. Distant vision is defective. So this is the definition you have to write in your exam. Say yes if you got it, people, you got it. So coming on the etiological types. Again, the etiological types are same 5, dipto. Everything will reverse now. Dipto 5. Okay, got it? So what are the 5 etiological types here? Axial myopia, curvatural, index, positional, and myopia due to excessive accommodation, not due to absence of lens. Here lens is hyperfunctional. In hypermetropia, if you remember, the lens was absent. Here the lens is not absent, it's hyperfunctional. It is spasm of accommodation. कुछ ज़्यादा ही active है lens, वहाँ absent था. So everything is reversed. Now axial myopia. In axial myopia, one by one, we'll take all 5. In axial myopia, there is increase in AP curvature. Increase. See the AP length over here. See this length and see the AP length over here. See this length. Is it increased? Yes. Since the AP length is increased, the focus is in front of the retina. The focus is in front of retina instead of behind the retina, and that leads to axial myopia. It is the most common form among the 5. Among the 5, this one is the most common, same like hypermetropia. In hypermetropia also, the axial one was the most common. The second one, you got it, na? Here the length is increased. Appreciate. Here also the length is increased. Appreciate this length, appreciate this length. It is increased. Okay. The second is curvatural one. What's going to happen here in the curvature? So I told you, na, see the curvature here. And here the cornea become more curved, not flat. Lens also become more curved. Okay, here curvature is increased. Radius of curvature is increased. I'm sorry, radius of curvature is decreased. Lens become more curved. Okay, but radius of curvature, because if you form a full sphere, na, so radius of curvature is less. So increase curvature, but radius of curvature is less. So that will lead to increased refractive power of the lens. So since the refractive power of the lens is increased, so the image instead of forming on the retina, it is forming in front of the retina. Because refractive power of the eye become more. Okay, so that is curvatural. Everyone got it? Anyone have any doubt? Please do ask. You got it? Say yes or no. Okay, I will explain again. You people are not asking. I don't know why. Hypermetropia, myopia. We'll try. Myopia. Okay, I cannot leave any topic like ununderstood. So in hypermetropia, if I make the lens like this normal, okay, and instead of this, we will take 3 things. Much better. Normal, hypermetropia, and myopia. Okay, this will be better. Hypermetropia and myopia. Please understand radius of curvature, myopia. Okay, learn the golden rule. The golden rule is that radius of curvature of the lens and cornea, both of them, is inversely proportional to refractive power. Learn this golden rule for all of them. Okay, now I will draw a lens over here. This is the normal lens. Here I am doing the flattening of the lens, and here I am increasing the curvature. I'm trying to increase the curvature of the lens. It's difficult, but I will try. I'm trying to increase the curvature of the lens. Now see normal lens and see flattening and increase curvature. Okay, now if I draw the sphere of this, if I draw the sphere of this, and if I draw the sphere of this, you tell me radius of curvature. You yourself use, if you complete the sphere and use your common sense. So what is the radius here? If I call this radius as normal, it's normal. Okay, what is this radius? It's increased. So whenever here the lens gets flattened, so radius of curvature is increased. Here the lens become more curved, not flattened. So radius of curvature is decreased. Here radius, and you know radius of curvature is inversely proportional to refractive power. It's a golden rule, I can't change. So here its radius of curvature is normal, so refractive power is also normal. Since here radius of curvature is increased, so refractive power is reduced, and that's hypermetropia. And since here radius of curvature is less, so refractive power is more, and that's myopia. And that's why to correct hypermetropia we use convex lens, because we want convergence to increase the refractive power. We want to increase it to bring it to normal. And here refractive power of the eye is more, so that's why to correct it we use concave lens. We want divergence, minus lens, so that it is hyperactive. Now we want to bring it to normal. I tried. People got it. So this was the funda of curvatural hypermetropia and curvatural myopia. You got it? Okay. So this was the curvatural. Now third is index myopia. Index means refractive index. How many of you got it? Refractive index. So here refractive index of the lens, mu, is normal. Here refractive index of the lens is more. Refractive index of the lens is more. Mu is more because of something, some disease, it become hyper mu, more dense. The lens become more dense. Mu increase. Mu increase. So mu is directly proportional to refractive power. So refractive power of the eye is increased. So focus in front of retina instead of behind the retina, and that's index myopia. Okay, so axial is done, curvatural is done, index is done. The fourth is positional myopia, sorry, positional. So in hypermetropia, if you remember, the lens was shifting posteriorly. Here the lens will shift anteriorly. Anterior displacement of the lens. Okay, here lens is at normal position. Here it is shifting little bit anteriorly. That's why the focus will be in front of retina, and that's positional myopia. The last one, myopia due to excessive accommodation. Here lens is hyperactive. See the lens here, this one, and see the lens here. Okay, this lens is normal. So it is focusing on the retina, but this lens is hyperactive. So it is focusing in front of retina se pehle hi kar diya. It is hyperactive. So it is due to excessive accommodation in the lens. Okay, so myopia due to excessive accommodation or spasm of accommodation. So these are the 5 types. People, take some interest. You want me to continue or you want me to end the session? If you want my energy to touch the sky, reflect the same in the comment box. Say, I cannot see you. You can see me, but unfortunately, I cannot see you. What I can see is the comment box. So comment box should keep running. Am I live? Sometimes I feel it's a recorded session. Come on. Okay, can I go ahead? Yes, chalo. Got it. Some of you are live, alive, understanding, not sleeping. Chalo. So these are the 5 etiological types. So we are done with definition. We are done with the 5 etiological types. Now coming on symptoms. There are only 3 symptoms. Only 3 symptoms we are having. What are the 3 symptoms? Everything is understood. The person have defective vision. Which vision is defective? You tell me. Near vision or far distant vision? Here distant vision is defective. It is myopia. In myopia, the distant vision. You can see if someone is looking at the mountain, it will be defective vision. But if someone is reading the book, it's normal. So that's myopia. Okay, distant vision is defective first. Okay, second, muscae volutens. Muscae volitentis. What do you mean by muscae volitentis? No, please understand. Please understand. Can you see the eyeball size is increased? Say yes. Since the eyeball size is increased, the vitreous humor get degenerated. The vitreous humor is constant now. I told you, what is vitreous humor? Vitreous humor is present in the posterior chamber. Where is posterior chamber? See, from lens till retina, it contains vitreous humor. From lens till retina, it contains vitreous humor. It's constant, given by God once for all in the life. Okay, so when the eyeball increase in size, by vitreous humor is constant. Now it's constant, it get degenerated. है ना, किसी भी चीज को इंक्रीज करोगे तो क्या होगा, फट जाएगा. इट इज अ पेपर, इट इज अ कांस्टेंट साइज. इफ आई stretch it, increase the size, it will torn. The same, that is degeneration is happening. So if the vitreous humor is increased in size, it get degenerated. So some of the particles of the vitreous humor will float in the vitreous humor. Some of the particles of the vitreous humor will float in the vitreous humor, and these are known as muscae volutentis. So in myopia, due to the increase in size of the overall eyeball, okay, the vitreous humor get degenerated. Okay, it is seen as black opacities in front of eye. So person sees these in front of the eye in all the vision. Every time person sees, they are transparent, blackish transparent. They are like this. See this image of a beautiful flower, it's clear. See this image of beautiful flower, but in front of that, person see muscae volutentis. So these are muscae volutentis. How many of you got it? Got it? Huh? So this is muscae. Appreciate the 2 images. This is clear image, and this is an image with muscae volutentis. Appreciate the transparent floaters. These are known as floaters. The other name of them is floaters. What are these floaters? They are formed from the vitreous humor. The vitreous humor get degenerated. They are transparent like this, blackish transparent. Okay, these are vitreous humor because of the increased length of the eyeball. Vitreous humor get degenerated like this. And the third is night blindness. In case of very high myopia, the distant vision is defective. That's okay. But you know what is night blindness? During the night, there is blindness. During the daytime, there is no blindness. Night blindness, also known as nyctalopia. Nyctalopia. Okay, so person have nyctalopia. So these are the 3 symptoms in myopia. Person have distant vision defective. Distant vision defective. Appreciate the distant, the mountains are defective, but reading a book is normal. Person have muscae volutentis. Appreciate it. Okay, floaters. Okay, transparent, blackish floaters in front of the eye every time. And the third one is a night blindness, nyctalopia. People give me a thumbs up. The 3 symptoms of myopia we are done. So symptoms are done. The most important is sign. Acha, what is the difference between symptom and sign? I guess everyone know. Symptom is what? Patient complains. Patient complains to doctor. Signs is what? Patient don't complain, but doctor examine in the patient. I guess everyone know, na? So patient will complain, doctor, I'm having a defective distant vision. When I see at the blackboard, it's blurred. Okay, when I see the cinema, it's blurred. When I see the mountains, it's blurred. I can't see the stars in the sky, but my friends say they can see. Like that. Distant vision is defective. Okay, or I can see the floaters all the time, something transparent, small, irrelevant shape. There is no particular shape of them. Irrelevant shapes, some floaters are there in front, or there is night blindness. So these are the symptoms. Now, what doctor have to examine? That is the signs. What are the signs? Signs, again 6 signs, the same 6 signs. Okay, we will examine eyeball, cornea, anterior chamber, but additionally here we are examining pupil, retinoscopy and fundus examination. We are not doing A scan over here, or we can do A scan also. Okay. So one by one, eyeball. Here eyeball are increased in size. They are very prominent. In contrast to hypermetropia, where eyeball was reduced in size. Here eyeball are increased. They are very prominent, enlarged. They look like exophthalmos. You know, exophthalmos is the eyes in thyroid. Thyroid eye is like this. You know, they are very prominent, exaggerated, coming out of the socket like that. But it is simulating like that. It is looking like the thyroid eye. Okay, I will teach you thyroid eye also when I will teach you systemic ophthalmology. Okay, so here exophthalmos is there. Elongation occurs in the posterior pole, not the anterior pole. Please understand, please understand. If this I take as a equator, I will call it as the equator. So elongation of the eyeball occur, but elongation don't occur of the anterior pole. No, it's same. The posterior pole get elongated. Can you appreciate it here? People mind my words. What I am saying, please do understand. Here, this was the normal posterior pole and this is the posterior pole in myopia. So posterior pole is elongated, anterior pole is constant. That is what you have to learn for your MCQs. So here anterior pole is normal, it's not affected. Posterior pole is elongated. That's what you have to learn. That is eyeball. Okay, cornea is large. Obviously cornea also get elongated. Okay, cornea also large. Anterior chamber become more deep. This anterior chamber become more deep because the eyeball is enlarged, now it become more deep. Pupils, what about pupils? Pupils also become large and they respond sluggish to the light. Okay, you can appreciate this as pupil. I guess everyone know what is a pupil. Iris is a curtain. Okay, and it is like a curtain with a hole in the center, and the hole in the center is the pupil from which the light enters inside the eye and fall on the retina. Okay, the parallel rays which are entering the eye from the pupil. So pupil is also large because the overall eyeball is getting enlarged. So pupil is also large. And if you put the light, you know, meiosis occur. You know, whenever we put light on the pupil, meiosis occur. You can appreciate. We are putting the light, the eyeball, you can see the pupils constrict and it is known as meiosis. It is normal, light reflex, it is known as. So here it will be sluggish, little bit sluggish. So that is pupil. Retinoscopy, if we do the retinoscopy, we will get myopic error. Okay, and last is fundus examination. Again, in the fundus examination, we will examine 2 things. Number 1, optic disc. Number 2, retina and choroid. In the optic disc, here optic disc is large. There optic disc was small, if you remember, in hypermetropia. In myopia, optic disc is large. There it was vascular. Here, this one is pale. Okay, it is looking pale. Appreciate the optic disc. This is optic disc. Okay, it is large, it is pale. On the temporal side of the optic disc, a crescent is present. Can you appreciate this crescent? A crescent is present. This is known as myopic crescent. Okay, that is optic disc. Appreciate the myopic crescent over here. On the temporal side, it is known as temporal myopic crescent. Degenerative changes occurs in the retina and choroid. What do you mean by degenerative changes? Again, please understand. Please understand. This is the eyeball I am trying to draw. This is normal eyeball. Okay, here I will increase the size in myopia. In myopia, size increase. Okay, since the size increase. Okay, so what is the second layer? The second layer is choroid. So since the size increase here, this is choroid, the green color choroid I am drawing here. Here choroid is normal. When it increase, the choroid get degenerate. The choroid get degenerate because of increase. Again, the same paper. If I'm increasing the size, trying to increase the size, paper will torn. Okay, the same degenerative changes occurs in the choroid. And third thing is retina. Innermost layer is retina. So here is retina. You can see the 3 layers very well. Okay, here also retina. So retina is also increased in size and degenerative changes occurs in the retina also. So degenerative changes occurs in the choroid also, in the retina also. The outermost is the sclera. So sclera, choroid, retina. See the three layers, blue, green, red. Okay, so degenerative changes occurs in the choroid as well as retina. Choroid and retina because of increase in size. What are the name of the degenerative changes? You have to learn the names. So name of the degenerative changes, chorioretinal atrophic patches. In both of them, atrophic patches is found. Can you see small atrophic patches are there in retina as well as choroid, atrophic patches. Second, posture push spot, very catchy word and an important MCQ. It's a dark circular patch which is formed over the macula. It is due to the choroidal hemorrhage. If you are stretching the choroid, inside the choroid at the macula, hemorrhage occur, and that is known as posture push spot. Can you see this one? In the macula, there is hemorrhage in the choroid, and this is known as posture push spot. You remember silk retina, silk short retina was in hypermetropia. Here we have posture push spots in the macula. There is cystoid degeneration, lattice degeneration, all these types of degeneration I will teach you when I will teach you retina in detail. So here you don't have to go in the detail, just learn these catchy names. Okay, so that is the 6 signs. We are done with symptoms. I taught you 4 symptoms. I taught you, 3 symptoms and 6 signs. You know the 3 symptoms. The person have defective distant vision. The person is having musculae volutentis, that is floaters. And the third one, the person is having night blindness, nyctalopia. The 6 signs are in front of you. These are the 6 signs. The eyeball is increased in size. Cornea increased in size. Anterior chamber become deep. There it was becoming shallow. Here it is deep. Pupils here become increased in size and less reactive to light. Retinoscopy, we get myopia. Okay, fundus examination, you get optic disc and degenerative changes. Optic disc become small in size, it become pale. Okay, and there is a temporal crescent. You have to learn these catchy words. Now the next is grading. Grading is the same. American Optometric Association, AOA, same. So mild, moderate, high. Less than 3, 3 to 6, more than 6. The cutoff is different. It's 3. So for hypermetropia, mild, moderate, high. Okay. For hypermetropia and myopia. Okay. Here it was less than 2, 2 to 5, more than 5. Less than 3, 3 to 6, more than 6. The cutoffs are different. But broadly you can learn like this. So this is the scale. It is American Optometric Association grading. Okay, hypermetropia, myopia, give me a thumbs up, people, I'm trying hard. So the cutoffs are different. There the cutoff was less than 2, 2 to 5, more than 5. Here less than 3, 3 to 6, more than 6. People say yes. So you can see here less than 3 is mild, 3 to 6 is moderate, more than 6 is high. Got it? So last is complication. Okay, complications. How many complications? There are 4 complications. You can understand the eyeball size is increased now. So one by one. The first is retinal detachment. Eyeball size is increased. You can appreciate the eyeball is increased in size. So retina will get detached. The same paper I'm stretching, increasing the size, it will get torn. So retina get detached. You can see the retina getting detached from this point. I will explain all these. They are all chapters. Here you have to just learn why they are complications of the myopia. Why retina is getting detached? Because of increase in size of the eyeball. Retina get detached. Same, inside the vitreous there is hemorrhage. Because eyeball is increased in size. So inside the vitreous there is hemorrhage. Floaters, hemorrhage, vitreous hemorrhage. Inside the choroid also there is hemorrhage. Inside the choroid also there is hemorrhage. And the fourth, sometimes there is strabismus. Sometimes there is strabismus, squint, because of excessive accommodation. So these are the complications. You can see there is vitreous retinal detachment, vitreous hemorrhage, choroid hemorrhage, and strabismus. These are the 4 complications. Nothing to learn, everything to understand. Last is treatment. For the treatment, again the same 2 treatment: optical, surgical. Optical may, again we have 2 options, 2 modes, but the lens is concave because here refractive power of the eye is more, because here the focus is in front of retina and we have to bring it back on the retina. So we have to reduce the refractive power. For that we have to use a divergent lens, that is minus lens. So you can see the 2 images, see the red dot. Currently in myopia, the red dot is in front of retina. We have to bring it back on the retina. We have to bring it back on the retina. Appreciate the retina. People, where is the retina? Here is the retina. So in myopia, it is in front of retina and we have to bring it back on the retina. Got it? So we will use a concave lens in front of the eye. This is a concave lens, minus lens, divergent lens. Okay, and that's why which is reducing. Here refractive power of the eye is much high. We have to reduce it and bring it back to normal. So that's why we are using a divergent lens. Against two ways, spectacles, contact lens, either this concave lens, it is concave. It can be given in the form of spectacle or contact lens. Surgery, I will teach you tomorrow. All the surgeries in one shot, I will teach you tomorrow. So we are done with today's session successfully. I hope on time. Okay. So tomorrow we are having the next free demo of ophthalmology. So in ophthalmology, we are having 2 free demos of the entire batch. We are talking about third Prof Buster 1.0 batch. In this batch, we have already taken the 2 demos of community medicine, 2 demos of forensic medicine, 2 demos of ENT, and this is the first demo of ophthalmology. The second demo of ophthalmology is tomorrow, that is 10th of November, that is on Monday, right? Am I right? Yes. 10th of November, that is on Monday. Okay, but it is also free, absolutely free. I will continue the same topic, Errors of Refraction episode 2, in which I am going to teach you the surgeries. Mainly, I will teach you the surgeries of hypermetropia, myopia, okay? And I will teach you astigmatism also. We will complete this topic tomorrow. But the session is not on YouTube. The session is on app. Which app? MedLife by Dr. Priyanka app. So if you have not installed or download the app, please do so. Okay, and the timing is same. It will be 5:30 p.m. On the app, we are having more features. We can launch the poll. Okay, so please, the next session will be on app. Don't you dare to miss it. It is MedLife by Dr. Priyanka app. Search this app in the Google Play Store and download it. And if you have any further queries, please WhatsApp. Don't call. WhatsApp on our support number. Our team will guide you. You can note down the WhatsApp number. This is our WhatsApp number. Any further queries will be entertained over here. You have any query related to the topic, you can ask it right now. Okay, so today I taught you myopia and hypermetropia, the 2 errors of refraction. Yes, so thank you so much. How was the session? Have you learned it? Enjoyed it? What is your feedback? You can write down in the comment box. How was the session? Just a second. Let me come back. So how was the session today? We are done with the session. I taught you errors of refraction. So out of the 5 errors of refraction, the 2 most important, that is hypermetropia and myopia, is done, except their surgical portion. Okay, surgeries will be dealt tomorrow. And tomorrow also we are having the session at the same time. It's free, and share with all your batchmates, colleagues, all the medicos in your contact, whosoever is interested in this universe to study the ophthalmology and this topic. So they can study tomorrow this topic, and we will connect tomorrow on the app. I think I should end the session. Okay. Yes, notes will be available on the app of this session and the next session. It will be available on that. Okay. Shalom. Thank you so much. Anatomy and physiology of the eye, I will take it on the app. It is not yet scheduled, but I will schedule it soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night. I'm ending the session. Bye-bye.